Let's go live, y'all. The fuck? We back in the building. It's been about 6 days since I last went live. So I'm a little bit behind, but I've been paying attention. And we're going to talk about one of the things that I've been paying attention to today. Now, before we get started, we're going to listen to Vindictive by Rocky Bad. Let's go as people enter in after they get those notifications, child. Hopefully you saw the trial, because if you didn't, it's up and it's waiting for you to view. Anyway, let's get into this Vindictive Rocky Bad song before we start this show. Ooh, I gotta make it so y'all can hear it, child. Forgot I left out of here, out of the little studio thing. I would play one of my songs, but I was just listening to this in the car, so let's listen to it.
Hey, rest in peace, Prodigy, man. You know, I'ma hold the city down, though, for sure. Yeah, I know who the fuck it is. B! Yeah, they ain't gonna like this one. I mean, what the fuck did y'all think was gonna happen, though? Do y'all not know what the fuck I do? This type of shit right here keep me going. Bitch, slow down for what? Who you in front of?
Look, who holding my city down? You can't name no one else. Post a flyer for a show, then I came by myself. Fuck niggas thought I don't hang with the help. I ain't asked for this shit. I played the hand I was dealt. You said I'm motivation, right? You look goofy as shit. You just a cute broke bum, chain icy and shit. You invisible, wear the same clothes twice in them shit. But you went and touching the chicken dog who writing her shit. I swear they pussy and they frauds. I ain't liking this shit. I'm Big B, yo big homie. I ain't fighting this shit. Put this pole down your throat like I'm piping this bitch. When I'm round, I'm snatching souls. Bitches quiet as shit. I guess these niggas heard I'm single. Okay, now they tryna fuck. I made bitches put it up, cause if they don't, they get in touch. Not a shame, I'm from the bottom. We ain't really come from much. I made bitches leveled up and made them pick that metal up, cause it's the real. B, bitch, who with this rap shit? It's me. Bitch, I'm a West Side legend, that's Queen. Shit, you ain't jumped off the porch, you ain't seen shit, cause it's the real. B, bitch, who with this rap shit? That's me. Bitch, I'm a West Side legend, that's Queen. Shit, you ain't jumped off the porch, you ain't seen. Even when I'm on chill, anywhere I stand out. How bitch is so tough, whole time head down. Shouldn't have said my name, I got the upper hand now. You was shook when I seen you, I gave you a pass now. How the fuck a bitch gon' mimic then flex? Claim she up next, talk to shoot 'em up, bang, but ain't did shit yet. Not with nobody, you don't really be on shit. You don't slide down no blocks, you don't pop at no bitch. It ain't even real beef, y'all just some internet hoes. I'm the same one who told you Joe should buy your ass some clothes. When I seen you, I seen hope. But I fuck your nigga, no. Lil' B, I'm grown as fuck, my pussy fatter than your nose. When I seen you, you was froze. You ain't even have a chain on, shoulda cheese at your ass and told you quit it with the names on. Real bitch, I ain't no bully. These bitches can't get to me, that bitch know that she can't whip me. So back up, then I'm on for you. Had a name, you was all on my dick. Kept posting me and my bitch, I was posing with that stick. Then you got some fame and start copying my shit. People think you made a wave, but you just copied off my shit. You don't do this rap shit, mommy, you just wanna follow. It's facts that I made you, you should've tried modeling. These bars light as fuck, I got a lot of shit that's bottling. Talking numbers like you Nicky, but it's only kids that's following. When shit get real, y'all make calls and say it's over. Then the same bitch who used to post up on the corner in the club off Patron, probably standing on the sofa. Hey, for what, Lil' B? You want a gun when you ain't even from the road? Better try that shit again. Your fans think you got it. Why you lie to them again? When I keep it strictly music, I'ma body her again. All these fake tough pages, I know it's probably her again. Joseph told me, Rocky, you the coldest in the city. So why the fuck you trying to make your artist go against me? She probably write her shit, but them guns you can't convince me. Listen, you are not a shooter. You ain't never low to send me. You ain't got enough muscles for that Draco not to kick back, little boy head, bitch. I know you scared to get your wig snatched. Begging on a taller little hoe, I wouldn't have did that. You ain't bought it if the address ain't exactly where you live at. I tried being nice, but I'ma tear your ass apart. On my mama, you was scared to see. I really got a heart. I know niggas geeking you. You could've played it smart, but now I gotta sheet to you and really make it hard.
I swear to God, I seem to have a soft spot. But I see bitches is not with that shit for real. Like, hoes gon' bully you, bitch.
This rap filled with corny niggas, I ain't got a lot. Some of my niggas don't rap and I ain't really got a lot. You do it for an image, you ain't really on the block. And that shit so disrespectful, bitch, I really did a lot. Rapping like you bought it when we clearly know you not. Little bitch, I hold weight, I swear to Chris, you can get dropped. Type of bitch, you drop the gun, they can't even even run a spot. She so grown, but when I hold her, niggas acting like she not. Cause it's the real big bitch who with this rap shit. Me, bitch, I'm a West Side legend, that's Queen. Shit, you ain't jumped off the porch, you ain't seen shit.
It's the real. Fuck you ain't know what time it is. I should smack the shit out your ass, ho. What the fuck is wrong with you? Man, so pop you in your motherfucking mouth like your mama should.
All right. Let's get started. So the live that we gonna do today was one that was supposed to be done days ago. And because of the trial issues, I had to postpone this live. No problem, right? But I do got a problem with yesterday when this morning when the live was premiered, right? Veganista came in there and said that I wasted people's time. Like I was just sitting on this, trial and there wasn't things going on behind the scene. And I don't know if Veganista has a page, but when you're getting flagged on 3 of your biggest channels, you cannot go live. You cannot post videos. You cannot do anything. So I had to fight the flags on the pages. I got one that I'm still waiting to hear back about. I fought 2, obviously. And as soon as I reversed the strike, I dropped, I continued to upload the video. I kept uploading the video and all this and that. There was problems and things like that. But ultimately, when the video went up, it took forever because all this was being worked out in the midst of it all, right? So YouTube was essentially, in a way, like holding or slowing down my ability or preventing my ability to upload during portions. So I want people to know that it was never my intention to not be there at 8:30. In fact, in these streets, since I've started doing what I've done in the gate, since I came here, I have never been late for a live stream. If, without saying something, I was trying to save it and have it still up. It should have been up, but due to the stuff and all that, I don't know, they had reversed the strike, but it still would not let me upload it. So I'm frantic. I'm trying to upload the shit, right? It's not shit, but you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to upload it and it just was not working. It even wouldn't work from StreamYards. I tried other ways, right? It was YouTube preventing it from going up. So I want that to be known, right? That's the only person that I heard anybody complain about, like I just uploaded it out of nowhere, like it was just a game to me or something like that. No, it definitely was not, okay? Shout out to those, though, that appreciated the production that went into that, even though it is a real story. There is no capping in that. Shout out to those that understand that I was trying to bring you something other than just another YouTube video into which, Saneter feels the pain for the day and it's over. Now, this is a series, and that was series 1. Count 1 was the NICKY Chanel allegations, and it was a bench trial because I wanted to be the one to render judgment. But I do want to hear from the community. That means channel holders. That means people, in the chat, whatever, those that like me, those that don't. But I'm not going to let something like that go unnoticed, right? That somebody had came forward in this case, Ben Diesel had came forward and informed us about a situation that we didn't know about before. Now, you guys have to admit, for those that, think that we're capping or whatever, you've seen Sa act different over this time period when it comes to NICKY Chanel. You've seen him release a barely over 1 minute audio of NICKY Chanel, into which he didn't inform her that they were on the phone. If you have not seen the trial, go and watch it. It's not just a video. Motherfuckers ain't doing this for clout, for likes and all that shit. But we're going to talk about some people today, Royal Family, that in my opinion, they're not being 100. Now, I'm going to say some choice words because that's just how Queen's Throne does, right? But that's because I'm passionate. But I've been seeing some shit lately, right? If you don't know, Q Butter came out recently and he was real pressed about this motherfucking book right here. He was pressed. Y'all see it? The Queen starts off the a story. There were some people that were saying that, I would, like the book was put out and I didn't know that it was coming out. I didn't know when it was actually going to be released. It actually passed, publishing really quick and was released early, right? So, Q Butter found out about the book and he said that Inky, or I guess those that were involved in writing the book, because there's two other authors, me and Ben, did it for like clout or something like that or to gain money. But at the same time as doing the live stream, see, Saneter came up there, right? And Saneter said, while he was up there, and we're going to hear from his own words, because I always bring you what people say, right? It's never just me saying it and you got to believe what I say and then go find where they said it. And I'm going to pull up with it. He said that, he admitted that he's making money off the conscious community, right? And of course, if you present a product to some degree, you can make money. But what Saneter is presenting is bullshit wrapped in a bow, right? It's got a big bow around it. People walk by and admire it because I guess of the bow, but they don't notice the shit smell or say anything about it. So it goes unnoticed. So at the same time, though, Saneter going up there, he's excited because it appears that Q Butter's going in on Inky. And I'm going to state in advance, Q Butter, you out of fucking pocket, my nigga. And you a bitch in my eyes. And I'm not going to censor myself in this video. You a bitch. And I think it's suspect that you're trying to rub shoulders with Saneter and you got this school, right? We can get into the school. Because, see, you done scared off Saneter with the idea of suing him. But, sir, ma'am, individual, right? We're going to figure this out today because you got a school. You're mad because Saneter, is not, he helped. He raised money and stuff. But he's not, like, supporting you without you having to give him funds and this, that, and the other. But this nigga is sick. He's condoned the actions of several predators, allowed them back on his channel, as well as the NICKY Chanel allegations. I already weighed in on that. My verdict stands. So I just really don't understand what is so important about you needing Saneter to join you in anything and be at any events around children and this, that, and the fifth. We know that a lot of ex-Nawapians are a part of Saneter Studios, right? So in the midst of, Saneter being there to enjoy Q Butter going in on Inky allegedly and all this and that, because that shit was cap, it was foul. There's a lot of things that you could be called on too, as well as Michi X. Okay. Some of the things we're gonna go over today. And again, I like Michi X. However, I'm disappointed when I found out that you fucked Tommy Sotomayor, bro. Like, that hurt me even just to say it. Like, ew, that's gross. Wow. And then you're a Black Power leader and shit. But we saw images of Q's school. And even though they came out on Saneter, my eyes can judge that there's something right there, bro. And then the fact that this man goes live 24 hours a day. Now, I've had some long streams, right? But I'm not running a fucking school, right? Anyway, so they start to get into it, right? Because Q Butter states that Saneter is not the one that brought him into consciousness. And I feel like a lot of people can say that in reality. But for what they claim consciousness is, this is not the conscious community. See, the real conscious community would not be arguing religion and shit that they cannot change about the past. They may talk about it occasionally, but they would be concerned about the future. Religion is a distraction from real consciousness. I'm not trying to disrespect people's religion, but those that are really conscious know that religion is a distraction. Okay, period. Now, Saneter has this type of power struggle with him as Q gets to bigging up somebody that put him on. I forgot the man's name. And again, I'm not trying to insinuate that Q Butter, is a predator supporter, but he knew of these things for a long time. And it wasn't until with Saneter. But it wasn't until he got mad at Saneter that he started regurgitating fucking-batum, him and Michi X, the same shit that I've been over here talking about for years on Saneter for the last at least 2 years, 2.5 years. But I know that, there's bigger YouTubers, content creators normally, right? That come out here, they have a large following, and sometimes they present information, but the idea of the information is not their own. It's a smaller YouTuber's information, and they present it as their own because they have a larger following, and who will ever see the smaller person? But as I stood on Saneter's head before you guys had gotten into your altercation with him, I've been on this for years, and now you guys are trying to sit over there and act like you really give a fuck about kids. And Q Butter, for you to have this nigga around, even with these allegations, and then the fact that we proved already that he protects other pedophiles. Even the nigga that brought Q Butter into the conscious community, introduced him to Saneter, was Shaka Amos. And we all know about Shaka Amos, y'all, right? You remember how Shaka was accused of having sexual relations with his, at the time, girlfriend's daughter. He pulled the polite. And what he did was he turned around and admitted, he didn't admit that he had sex with her as she was a juvenile, but Kelsey, the girl's name is Kelsey, the victim's name is Kelsey. Shout out to Kelsey. Came forward and talked to me and Dr. Enki for over 4 hours and 20 minutes about this. Shaka replied by saying that he fucked Kelsey as an adult. But in the least bit, I believe Kelsey, no doubt. That's my job. But in the least bit, why would he have sex with somebody that he was dating's child? Like, that's disgusting. It's sick, right? Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you guys. I'm just trying to get some shit off my mind, because as I went through editing, the trial and stuff to give you guys a real production, right? Because in order to present something, you can't just, in my opinion, if I'm gonna put my name on something, I don't want it raggedy as hell, right? So that's what was going on. But I'm watching all this unfold as I briefly, took breaks, or as we were getting ready to do, the trial and stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute. So now Michi X is coming out, and we're gonna watch her video first because it's the shorter one of the two, right? I have a 4-minute,
I'm gonna be petty,
edit, and then I also have a 1 hour and 30-minute edit on this situation. Now I'm about a day and a half behind, but trust me, I'm not going live tomorrow, so I will take time to edit what needs to be to present it. Now I'm not going to change around nobody's words or misinterpret what they say or whatever. We are here to look at the situation, but where I do agree with Michi in this video, I also feel like she capping a little bit, because this fight been going on way before you really got involved. And actually, when we were doing this initially, the true people that were riding with us or whatever, since the beginning, y'all acted like we were haters. You acted like we were jealous of Saneter, or we were putting accusations on him just to defame the man's name and shit, right? You guys minimized what we did, the effort and the work that we put in, which is fucking disgusting. To now, I'm going to catch you up to today, which we're not going to look at today, but earlier, Q Butter was live, Michi was up there and all this and that. And Saneter had went in about his school. So Q Butter was like, fuck it, I'm going to be this nigga friend, right? After outing him and saying all this shit, I'm going to be this nigga friend and, try to get him to remove the video. He made threats of suing him and shit like that, right? But a lot of that goes on YouTube. However, the fact that Q Butter was ready to fold for that, like, just sue him. Like, fuck is you talking about? To him or whatever, sue him and move on with your shit. Like, why do you have to fold and respect somebody that is not shit in the community for real? He's not doing nothing to help. And in fact, he allegedly, right, we're gonna listen to that today, told Michi X, like, chill, sis, you know, because I guess Michi wanted to come at him. So I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm interested in finding it out. But I know when Michi responded to shit over there because we covered it, right? And I did that because Michi is also a survivor, and I looked at her as a strong woman in the community that is, you know, trying to help, right? I definitely don't look at other female content creators, whether bigger or smaller than me, as competition, because I definitely know what I bring to the table. And if I respect you, then clearly I see that you have something that is worthy of being brought to the table. So I would respect your ideas, your craft, whatever you're talented at, or whatever asset you can bring to this community. But Royal Family, to say that I'm disappointed would be mediocre, right? It just wouldn't. I don't feel like encapsulate my feelings or whatever. So, let's just get this out the way really quick. And again, this is a clip from the trial. Let's go.
I'm gonna be petty, and I don't really call it petty, but that's what y'all like to say, like, oh, the drama. So we do have some drama, but it's necessary drama, y'all. It is necessary. I want to tell y'all what Saneter said to me through some. I got another text from him this morning. So some of y'all was in the panel chat last night. And y'all kind of saw that back and forth with Saneter and him wanting $500 to come on the panel. He didn't want to take my 200, right?
So we in the business now, right, of paying a fuck nigga, a bitch nigga that has done nothing but divide this community, right? And riled up a whole bunch of predators that are just like him. We're in the business now of paying them $200 to $500 to hit a fucking panel. Are you serious? I wish I would pay Saneter a fucking dime.
Well, this morning I woke up, but it's afternoon because Q be having you up to like 5 o'clock in the morning on his panel, right? I left the thing at 4. I couldn't do it no more. So when I got up.
You mean to tell me that Q is a teacher and he's staying up until 5 o'clock in the morning?
Okay. I had some text messages, and we're going to talk about those text messages, okay? Because Saneter, you trifling. I'm going to say this, and after this, I'm going to leave you alone. Like yesterday, we put you in the casket, nigga. We're going to eulogize you today, and we're going to put you in the ground, and we're going to be done with this shit, okay?
Now, we've been stabbing, shanking this nigga, shooting at him, but, you know what I mean? Whole time or whatever. So you definitely didn't come in here with, you know, y'all little shenanigans, you and Q's shenanigans, and eat their shit. Okay, period. You really haven't done no work but sit there and give your opinion on it. And until recently, you were siding with Saneter, right? You were minimizing his involvement. And let's be clear here, Royal Family. It is not just the fact that he brought Polite into the conscious community. It's also NICKY Chanel. But it's also the fact that he met the victim of, you know, the victim's mother and the victim, and he met them with Polite, and he never even once reached out to her to let her know what the fuck was going on with this sick ass man around her child. If she would have been forewarned, right? Because Saneter knew in 2016 what the fuck was going on with this nigga. Saneter knew that this nigga was a fucking predator. But he said nothing. He could have actually prevented what that girl went through. But he said nothing. Interesting.
But I would have had nothing else to say unless it was not for these text messages that he sent. I just want y'all to know the type of people y'all dealing with. I want to show you that Saneter is exactly who I told you he was.
Now, I don't have the text messages in here. I didn't edit that portion of the video. Granted, this was a live that was supposed to be done a couple of days ago, and then I had to edit the trial. The trial edit took me a while to do, of course, you know, as production, real creativity does, right? But the text messages that she's speaking of is where Saneter once again tried to sexualize another victim or another woman in the community and say that the woman or victim tried to make sexual advances towards him. Now we know that this has happened with Sister Nandy. We know that this has happened with Sister Noble. We know that it has happened with Queen Scrone, and at some point Neo X as well. But now it has happened to Michi X. And I'm not trying to minimize what she was saying. That's not the reason why that part was trimmed out. I was about to start editing the live when I stopped. The trial, when I stopped, I wanted to make sure that I grabbed this. I didn't know if it was going to be taken down, stricken down, or whatever, because Saneter is out here striking. That is what prevented the trial from going forward at its time. But I want you guys to remember that what I just said, that he's done this with other women. So in this situation, I believe Michi X. I believe her. But when you have kind of like a history of sleeping with one or more men on here, like there's accusations, and I don't care if her and Q are having sex, is not really my business, but the whole Tommy Sotomayor thing and shit like that, that starts to add, fuck with your credibility, in my opinion, a little bit.
I want you to understand that there are many motherfuckers in our community just like Saneter, and we sick of y'all too. Right? Everybody wants to talk about, the pedophiles and Nature Boy and the crazy people and all of that shit. But nobody wants to talk about the motherfucking enablers that allow these people to do what they do in this sense.
Okay, now I'm going to stop her right there, because that's what we've been on the whole time. Nobody else got suntan talking about how it's that little girl's fault for being in the hotel room and that they was trying to set up polite, the government or some shit. Huh? Where is any other videos besides really on my channel where we're talking about enablers of the HOK? Where? But she didn't see it. Okay.
Sit next to them. They co-sign them, because everybody seems to keep crying like he made them do that stuff to them girls. No, the fuck he didn't. But you still co-signed the man. Your word made him seem like he was good. People heard rumors, but for the people that knew that they weren't rumors and y'all sat next to this nigga, you're actually causing problems with the people, because the community looked at you and other motherfuckers thinking, well, if they still sit next to him, maybe.
It's not a rumor. She had admitted it. She admitted it. I mean, it is what it is.
Maybe it is some rumors, right? So fuck out of here. I'm not taking this shit lightly. Michi can rah all day. I want to be serious with y'all. And my feelings are not hurt, but I'm so offended in what he said. People seem to think that you can't be disregarded or disrespectful just because I'm Michi. And even though I have admitted I have been a victim of sexual assault, motherfuckers think that you can just say whatever and it's okay. You don't get to say whatever you want to say to me, right?
Okay, so Michi, where in the fuck were you and Q when all these other women were going through this in the community? Oh, it's a problem now, so you gonna say something now because it affects you? I came up here when it happened to other women. Why you didn't do that? Why not? Just ignore it. When you see other women get slandered up there, you don't say shit. You don't give a fuck. But you knew that Saneter wasn't shit. I digress.
There's a lot of women in my chat that we have dealt with this type of stuff. We have had these conversations all the time. But the shit this nigga said to me is so disrespectful for the fact that we are dealing with a sexual assault situation and you're talking to a woman who is mad about this, not for views, but because ever since this case came out for over a fucking year, I have been talking about the Polite situation. Before Polite, I've been talking about sexual assault situations.
And true, you have, right? But you haven't been standing on this situation. So to act like you're in the forefront of something and all this and that, like you put a lot of work in, getting up here, pushing the fucking live button and saying a bunch of words, whether it's the truth or not, is not really doing shit in the fight of this. Somebody will, grab what you said or whatever, and if it's facts, put it up. But what else have you done? What have you really done?
Or Polite, I shared my story many motherfucking times. So I advocate for this stuff, and then you will call me and text me with some lying ass sexual shit. So y'all just hold on because I'm going to show you the piece of shit Saneter is. He's that nigga in your family that he let everybody get away with the touchy-feely. He got an excuse for every motherfucking thing. But I want you to see these niggas' mindset. This nigga said he's our elder, y'all. He our elder. Let me tell you why we don't respect a lot of our elders, because I'm going to tell you exactly what our elders do, okay? This is what y'all do in the families. This is what y'all do in the communities. You got elders that's 60 years old.
Thank you, Ray. I mean, it's giving selective outrage. It's giving clout chasing at this point. Because why? You seen all this go on. And you may not know the people that he was talking about, but it's nothing to come and hear their side of the story. People hear you out. I took the time to put together a video that was respectful towards you, that showed you in a good light because you were bringing the facts, right? I agreed with what you were bringing. And I also shared your link, told people to go watch the original video, and gave you credit. I didn't cover up that it was Michi. But you can't do the same when it comes to other women. So what's really going on?
Overlooking the fuck shit. So I'm gonna ask you another question tonight. I ain't never asked you before, Saneter. You can text it to me, crying like a bitch if you want to, or you can answer it publicly like I asked you last night. But
why wouldn't this nigga be blocked at this point? I wish Saneter would call my phone because he's gonna get some type of inclination that he's blocked.
But the way you acting, do you like little girls too? Somewhere deep down in your black power, to the power to the tip of the people, I created the whole conscious community. My question is, do you think it's okay somewhere for people to mess with young girls in this manner? Do you?
Now, recently, right? I think it was yesterday. They was running around. Hold on, let me fix my camera because it's doing that thing again. Now they was running around acting like they had just found out about NICKY Chanel allegations. And she's presenting this in a way that people would go down and look at the date of this video and assume that this is the first time that maybe allegations have been made about Saneter. Girl, we've been doing this whole time. Like, don't nobody have to lie on Saneter. That's who he is. And you're presenting this like you had no inclination that there was niggas already going in on this topic, but you call this haters though. Y'all call this haters. We hate Saneter. We're jealous of Saneter. Saneter don't have shit that I'm jealous of. Saneter's rent is cheap as hell. I know everything about Saneter. What do I need? Why when Saneter goes live and he has 189K subscribers or 86 or whatever, why is there only 900 people in the building? That's a very small percent of your channel. What in the fuck am I jealous of? But then when y'all fall out with this nigga, now you like, yeah, and you're regurgitating shit that we already fucking said. And presenting it as if like it's your fucking idea. August 30th of 2021, I said that Saneter was involved in a sex ring. It was a sex ring going on over there. Shortly after that, we found out about the allegations that Ben Diesel presented. None of this is scripted. Nothing over here is scripted. The only thing that has ever been edited is shit to make it shorter so that you're not sitting through a 20-hour motherfucking live. We must have did, like, come on. If I'm presenting videos and I got to go look, and this is no slight to anybody else, and if that's how they do it as a channel holder, but that's not how I want to do it. I don't want to have to go in there and look for timestamps or write notes. I want to, actually put something into it. But the fact that y'all came over here and is acting like this is your motherfucking idea, like you just, because I'm a trained survivor, I just started, looking and paying attention at his behavior 2 years later and decided that this nigga a predator. No, it is what it was in 2021, like the fuck I said it was. So give credit where it's due. And that's why a lot of smaller YouTubers don't fuck with big YouTubers, because y'all just think that you're like God's like creation or whatever, every idea is started with you. It's okay to respect other people that don't have a following like you do. And it's petty as hell. If you really care about the fight, you'd be presenting it as information. I don't give a fuck who brings it, if it's the facts, if it's the truth. And if you really cared about it, you wouldn't have waited 2 fucking years to talk about no NICKY Chanel allegations. Period.
You think this is all right? And if you think it's all right, is there something in you that makes you think it's all right? And that's a serious fucking question.
She didn't know that 2 years ago? She didn't know that 2 years ago? Come on now. No, but we was haters 2 years ago, right? We was hating. Because Saneter apparently got something that we motherfucking need or want or are jealous of. Is she serious? This ain't about no motherfucking channel, no fucking views, no goddamn subscribers, or nothing. This is about the welfare of children. Children are being molested at the hands of motherfuckers surrounding Saneter. And I'm not ever going to give up on the Shaka shit. I got videos on that some of you newer people that are just clicking in, and I understand you may not be privy to everything right away, right? But in my opinion, Michi and them knew. They knew. They knew. How would you identify us as haters if you never went and watched the content? Like, come on. You could talk to a child and tell them that, but you can't tell me nothing like that, okay? And it's okay to big up somebody else just because they're not in your little clique or whatever. I do it all the fucking time. I do it all the time. It is okay, bruh. It's okay. Nobody trying to use them for clout. But when you see this shit going on and you're silent about it, that makes me question your alleged motives in the community if you only speak up when this nigga wrongs you. Oh, now he's a predator. Now, that quick, just because you and this nigga got into the argument that we gonna watch right here, that quick, you just decide, that made you decide that this nigga's a predator. He's responsible for the polite shit. Fucking Q butter. You sitting over here acting like, oh, we got him to admit responsibility of polite. Bitch, nigga, he been doing that for the whole time. But what did it mean? He's been saying, if Polite is found guilty, I'll say that he should go and be with Dr. York in a prison cell. What the fuck does that mean when he was found guilty, Saneter shut the fuck up and said nothing? What does it mean, Royal Family? What does it mean? And y'all only got smoke for motherfucking Polite? Y'all only got smoke for Saneter when he's disrespecting you or whatever? But you watch him disrespect every fucking body else and don't say shit. All right, well, let's get into this motherfucking shit. Once again, so this is one of my edits that I had made the other day. I wasn't able to drop. This is all over this book right here, okay? Into which you're going to hear, I cut out some of the parts or whatever, because I got tired of Q Butter acting like, Inky is making $1 million off this motherfucking book, okay? And I'm not making no monetary gain. I did this for the community. I weighed in. I was asked to weigh in and participate in the book, and that's what the fuck I did. And that's what Ben did. Ben's not getting any financial gain. I told Inky I don't want nothing out of the book money. Period. The fuck? There is no scam that you could ever find me in, but so we're gonna say that Inky, Queen's Throne, and Ben Diesel shouldn't have written this book, but that's worse than what Saneter is doing out here. And then when Saneter comes in here and he talks about how he's cool with making money off the community, that's cool. But what Inky did was fucking wrong. You motherfuckers are hypocrites, liars, and you're sus. Because why in the fuck do you need Saneter's approval, Q Butter? Like, you've seen this nigga for 2 years. It's not like it was 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 hours, 2 minutes. You've seen him support Polite throughout this whole thing and still don't got no smoke for him. But now you want him to be involved in your school and you're mad because he's not participating. Maybe he's not showing up because in reality, if he got the time or whatever, the alone time, maybe he would have tried to abuse one of them children. You should look at it like it's a good thing that nigga has had limited participation in that school, which I guarantee if you think you're going to run back to him after all of this, I'm going to be so far up your motherfucking ass, Q Butter. Yeah, you're going to need a plunger to pull me out. You might need Michi X. And if you want to motherfucking have a problem with what I'm saying, Michi, we can get it, period. Because unlike you, I'm not finna be quiet. And if I have to cuss you out, motherfucking yell, or whatever I got to do to get my point across, that's the fuck I'm going to do. Period. Period. Because we stand on shit. Never was it a time during this 2 years that I ever went back to Saneter. We ain't talked on the phone. It's fuck that nigga. It's fuck him and his whole squad. But y'all need to mingle with motherfuckers so much that you would just take in anybody to be on your little team or whatever. Shit's giving weak, bitch. And I'm definitely finna say something. Let's go.
Yo, Sauce, peace to
Yo,
this
peace to the panel, man. I didn't know this dude.
Now, most of the portion of when Saneter is on there, we're going to be just looking at him. Why? Because he was in his chest when he noticed that this book, or it got brought to his attention that this book was out. Which is the reason why the live stream was going on and nobody else was cammed up. So what we going to look at?
Had this out?
You didn't see this shit?
Nah, I didn't know nothing about this, bro. So I'm interested in seeing what he got. And you don't see them coming up with nothing. They talk about Saneter been with a little girl at 13, and now it's 33. Now I'm not saying Polite wasn't my man. I would lie to y'all if I say that. Yes, he would, whenever he would come to 125th Street and want to get on the video. All right, yes, I'm here. Come, yo, son, I'm in your hood. I'm in the hood. Yo, you want me to come through? Yeah, come on through 125th. And I would film him. Yes, I filmed him. Yes, I gave him the light. Everybody knows that. With all the shit that I have built over the years, you mean to tell me niggas trying to tear my work down from all of that because of this nigga, Polite? That's why I don't like this nigga. I hate this nigga now.
That's why I don't like this nigga. I hate this nigga now.
That's why I don't like this nigga. I hate this nigga now. Polite, I don't fuck with this nigga.
Pause. You don't like this nigga. You hate him now because he said he was going to vindicate you, which would have been lies anyway, right? Because you've already incriminated yourself with knowing the victim's mother and knowing that Polite in 2016 had an inappropriate relationship. You said you seen the paperwork and all that. It's cap.
Because of what he did. He was supposed to.
So that's the only thing, though. That's all he mad about, Royal Family. That's all he mad about. Because Saneter didn't, Polite didn't vindicate him, which would have been cap anyway. Not the fact that he fucking raped a 14-year-old fucking girl, bro. Not that part, right? He's only worried about himself.
Make a video. Before he even go in and get locked up, I asked this nigga, I said, yo, man, you need to do a video and let these people know, nigga, that I ain't got shit to do with what's going on with your life and whatever you did. And he said, yeah, bro, I'll do it. I'll do the video. And this nigga didn't do the damn video. He just went right off to jail. Like, left me out there without even trying to do the video. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, you know, that's all it is, man. So I don't fuck with this nigga. I don't give a damn about none of that.
I saw this out there. Now, this funny as hell, bro. This nigga Inky crazy, son.
So right now they're looking at the book. I just again wanted to hone in on how this nigga was looking nervous.
$50 hardcover, son. You can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up, son. You can't. You can't make this up, man. People saw Polite while it probably capping out doing some dumb shit. But Inky writing a book right after to make money over this shit.
Whenever we do a video.
Is that what it was, though? Is that what it was? Because that nigga just said that Inky wrote a book to make money off of it. Is that what it was? Is that what it was? Because what is it when Saneter come through here scamming? A book to recollect and go through all this shit of what happened. And if you're talking to Inky, bitch, you're talking to me, Q Butter. You're talking to me because I wrote some of the book. So what's really good? Like, pull the fuck up. Like, what's cracking? Niggas got a problem and shit. Bitch, I'm not over here getting donations. Not like, okay, so just to let y'all know, there was allegedly $9,000 in donation for the school, but that Q Butter allegedly has, right? He's alleged principal and teacher at this school, but the school is inside his motherfucking house. Hold on, I don't think y'all heard me. The school is inside his motherfucking house. He lives upstairs. Make it make sense, Raw family. Make it make sense. Come on, YouTube. God damn it. Tired of this motherfucker.
I'm always with me and Polite out on a damn inside of a hotel. Or sometimes he would bring his wife with him and they would sit down all together. So I'm kind of a little happy that y'all doing this right here because somebody got to pull this shit up. That's why he's over there with the fuck niggas that used to be on my channel that just left because they couldn't get their way. That's all it is. And they got butthurt and they going against me now.
Saneter, what way was I trying to get on your channel? You asked me, you begged me to do a video on molestation, and that's what I did on your channel. I haven't tried to change shit on your channel. Fuck is you talking about? That's not what we fell out about. We fell out because you're supporting a predator. But at the time, I didn't know that you were one too.
That's why he's over there with the fuck niggas that used to be on my channel that just left because they couldn't get their way. That's all it is. And they got butthurt and they going against me now.
That's why he's over there with the fuck niggas that used to be on my channel that just left because they couldn't get their way. That's all it is. And they got butthurt and they going against me now.
Well, hold on. I know I'm like 10 years ago. I didn't even know Saneter 10 years ago. 10 years ago is a long time ago, bro.
What year was you and what year was it when you and Lux did your when you did Loaded Lux album?
That was 2015 when I first met you.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, I included that, and this is gonna be a stop and go edit or whatever, right? I'm just gonna let y'all know because I'm giving commentary on this one during it. At parts there may be parts where I don't, but so the reason why I included that is because Q Butter claims that he's like a newer type of member of the conscious community. That's cap. You just heard that he's been around since 2014, right? Into which he claimed that 10 years is a long time, but 2014 was a long time because that was like 9 years ago. 2015, you know what I'm saying, 8 years ago. So that's still a long time. You're not new in this community. So he interchangeably does that, and that shit has been getting on my nerves as well.
Yeah, maybe 2014.
In other videos. See, I'm not like y'all. I don't act like I don't watch people or whatever. I'll admit it. I watch people. The fuck?
15. Yo, that's a minute ago, bro. Like, that's a long, like, that's a, ain't no Lux. I ain't know a lot of, I didn't even know Saneter 10 years ago. 10 years ago is a long time ago, bro. That was 2015 when I first met you.
Yeah, there you go.
1 hour later.
Q.
Yo.
Put that comment up from the RBG, that one right there that says, who's policing the conscious community? Think about that right there, what he just said. Who's policing the conscious community?
Yeah, now
conscious
he on it
community
right
is
now.
the conscious community is supposed to be the more disciplined, knowledgeable, and advanced version of the normal black world.
Now, just to let you guys know that do not know about this, now they're going to get into some type of debate, or Sonnet is kind of going to go off on a tangent about how he's very influential in the conscious community, what he's done, what made up the conscious community, who's not conscious, that type of shit. He's going to do a lot of boasting and bragging, into which he's just one of them wino ass niggas that was standing on the street, claiming that they could give you knowledge, right? This is a crackhead. This nigga's a drug addict. And, it's easy to see that, right? But he tried to reform himself during certain parts and, probably gave up using drugs, right? But then he decided that, as functioning addicts kind of do sometimes, even, the little bit of functioning addict where they could work a little bit to sustain their drug habit and also where they live. But he went back to the drugs. And that's what you see when you see these weird freakouts like you're about to see. You're going to see the whole build of it pretty much, into which at some point Q-Butter and Saneter are going to go the fuck in this video. And then we're going to go to Saneter's channel. We're going to watch it from there, all in this one video. So y'all get your refreshments and enjoy the show.
Where do you get that from, brother? That's why I wanted
agree.
you to put that up. No,
I agree with
him. No, don't agree to that, Q. Because that's false. See, what y'all don't understand is y'all the one that put the conscious community on a pedestal. Y'all the ones that did that. The conscious community are a mixture of people that came from prison, that came home from jail, that came from out the streets, that came from selling dope and became conscious. And so they mind have changed into consciousness. Now, that's not all of them. I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying a very large amount of them came out of the hood, out of the street. People that was raised with no daddy, raised with no mama. Not every one of them was. You see what I'm saying? Ask me how I know. I've been there. I spoke to many of them. People who are trying to get their life back on track. People who are trying to change their life. But what happened was, when people started saying the conscious community, it never started with YouTube. Only
Facts, Porter Shabazz. That's big facts.
on YouTube, everybody became a conscious community in the bowl. Like niggas that we never knew. I knew everybody in the conscious community. You don't know these people on YouTube? People started throwing in people like Israel Doctrine. Everybody became, oh, he's in the conscious community. It's never been like that. It was only like where you would come on 125th Street where I was at teaching and we was building. That's where the conscious community was birthed at right there. It was never on YouTube and never with the people on YouTube just joining in. It was like Professor Smalls, Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, Red Pill, Blue Pill, Saneter, Ali Muhammad. It was that circle right there.
I want to inform you guys that Ali Muhammad has several domestic abuse charges against a baby mother of his, allegedly. I had reviewed the paperwork, and it was as all this stuff was kind of breaking with Polite. So at some point, we may also review that as well, especially if people keep hyping him up like he's like, yay, yay. Like he's some fucking just leader and shit like that. Granted, I hope, he got no same or similar since then, right? That he learned how to keep his hands off of women. But this is what I'm talking about. Everybody that they're presenting is defective or a bitch ass nigga or a scary asshole. Because a lot of people, even if they talk shit on a channel, when they see Saneter, they don't have that same energy. Even when they know and shit's already been proven, this is 2 years later, everybody should have smoke for Saneter.
And what happened is, when it got big and we went on YouTube, then everybody started joining in. But these are people that we don't even know. And you say conscious community. That's what happened.
Facts, Porter.
Man. People started throwing it in there. And then you became to do what? Put people on the pedestal because you said conscious community.
That's a fact, Cassandra. The conscious community existed before Saneter. There's also the House of Consciousness with the C, and that is owned by a white lady who threatened to sue Saneter when he originally first came out with the idea, the quote unquote alleged idea of his own of the House of Consciousness, and the woman had already branded that channel. And so that's why he changed it to the House of Consciousness with a K. You know what I'm saying? So this nigga can't even formulate his own thought patterns by himself. He has to steal from other people.
Damn roach could be conscious, Q, brother. When you turn on that light, them roaches are conscious that you ready to get them. And they haul assing. Anything could be conscious, brother. Any of us. So we take that word conscious.
We're not talking about something or like a bug or a person having the ability to breathe or move. That's not consciousness. And if you don't understand how vital it is to protect our children and women in the community, then you're not conscious. Like, you can never be conscious. And the fact that, and no disrespect to anybody that believes in religion, but if you call religion consciousness, it's really not. It's really just a distraction. You can believe in religion on the side, but what he's doing is offering hours and hours of lectures, quote unquote, and debates of niggas arguing about something that they definitely cannot claim because it was written in a book that's been rewritten over several times. It's not like Jesus or anybody that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can't prove nothing. And it's all cap. He is so worried about the past, but not the past about the NICKY Chanel situation. But he'll worry about history and what happened in Africa and slavery and Egypt and the Bible and this, that, and the other. And his infatuation with rape in the Bible should stand for itself. Him and his little nasty witch Nepal. Oh, a fake.
And make it a big thing.
She a Halloween witch. When y'all go to the store this year, like you go to Target or somewhere, right, the Halloween store, and you see that little corny costume, that corny little witch costume or whatever, sitting on the rack, and it's got the little white lady or black lady, whatever, on the front, and she's wearing the little corny, cheap-ass costume, right, that was made in China. I want you to think of Nepal, because that if she was a witch, that's the type of witch she would be. Commercial, fake, right? Good for just one use, which would probably be a fuck. I wouldn't fuck her, you know, because like I don't get down like that, but to each their own, you know. She thinks her airbag titties are something that somebody would be jealous of, you know, and it's sad. Like, the only thing your prized possession is your titties. That's wild. That's weird. Anyway,
like, yo, you supposed to be above everybody. Nah, brother, that's not the way life is. That's not the way it really is.
Well, all right, so you
salute Queen of the South.
You know what? I'll say I disagree.
Okay.
Right. Why I say I disagree? I'll to go reverse, right? What brought me back to the debate where y'all started where I'm cool with debating and being in the world of that conversation now is because in YouTube is definitely separated into groups. So you have regular black folks that like to talk about sports and hip hop, sex and relationships. That is the greater conversation. Then you got manospheres, then you got women's spheres, then you got pro-black groups like Black Lives Matter, right? Where they talk pro-black stuff. They got white people in the circles. They got white wives. Then you got the conscious sector where they regulate wives and husbands, and they look at information and they have a high reverence for information. They care about food. They care about how they speak to each other. They look at the community looks at things completely different in other groups. In the conscious community, the reverence for scholarship is almost unmatched in like on the internet. Our public reverence for scholarship, it's messy, but it is definitely unmatched, especially within the black community. Your
mistake, Q, is that you put them in the conscious community. They never said that they was in the conscious. See what it is? Because you know this and you know scholarship, and you will say, oh, that's the conscious community. You put them there.
Well, that's the way the beauty of looking at algorithms, right? It helps us understand how we naturally group. Like we naturally group like this. Like dudes that wanted, like even in the conscious community, this little section we have over here naturally group together. There's other sections that naturally group. That's what humans do. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
in recognizing the potential of the group, the history of the group, and the power within it, the conscious community definitely has a strong essence. From the time I met you, like, and I try to always say, not to use myself as an example, but I'm like, I cherish the community. Like the small things that I've been able to accomplish is because of the community. And it's other people who look at the community as something that's truly a powerful unit, and they see past the internet presence. They see the community part.
Different time periods. When you met me, yes, it was a conscious community. Why? Because we was in our community, Q. You can't take it and then go on the internet, because now once you go on the internet, you are being faced with everybody all over the world, brother. And people are just throwing everybody in the conscious community because they might pick up a book and read a science book. And you say, oh yeah, you know, the conscious.
Now, I said facts to Queen of the South, right? But I'm not saying that Q Butter that's what he's doing, but that's the way that it was presented to me. So of course I started like, what? Like, fuck going on? So I started paying attention, and over time I'm like, okay, this is what the fuck going on. So we just trying to see what the fuck going on. Obviously, this is not gonna be one stream. There will be another one, but I have to edit that video, but I have everything I need for it. So if they take down videos or whatever, look, period. We finna like some man right. And the fact that there's a school involved in this, you know, I'm an advocate of children, and there's a lot of pedophilia going on. Both of those are you know, what my channel talks about, exposes. So I'm definitely gonna be paying attention to the school now.
Community. It's never been like that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The conscious community was in Harlem. That's where the conscious community was at. It was in Harlem.
But if you look at it, like the group of people in Harlem, right?
Right.
The group of my man Logic, right? Before the Harlem group, Logic would argue. He would say the conscious community was Most Def, Talib Kweli's bookstore, and that group. They used to do them other type of events. Like David Chappelle.
All that the conscious community was started even before Saneter or before all them people.
Group that there was a whole section of them that was the conscious community early in the back.
I'll just put black in front of it. That's it.
Packers was mixed in between them. Like
All
there was a whole.
James says shit ain't just New York. I'm not saying what goes on outside of New
No,
York.
but don't forget them. Like
right. I'm saying what we was a part of in New York. I was no part of nothing outside of that calling the conscious community. That's what I'm saying. I'm only speaking on what we started, what I started here in Harlem. When you would see us come through Q, and you would see Harlem with everybody around when I'm out there with the bullhorn, that was the conscious community right there.
But that's also
on YouTube.
But that's
when you begin to see a lot of niggas.
But that's also a relic.
That goes on.
That's a relic. That's a relic of Harlem. Harlem been that for people. Like people look at Harlem, that's what it is. Not look at it like Marcus Garvey went to Harlem for that. Like I forgot the brother that taught Marcus Garvey, who was on the soapbox and had the streets put up.
You know what really bothers me? Shout out to people that live in New York, right? But I hate when people like act like they city or they state is like the biggest thing since sliced bread, or you know that they don't understand that there's a whole bunch of states out there beside, like this world is bigger than just Harlem. And what Saneter is going to state already or even go into is that, you know, for him, in his eyes, and, you know, that because it's all about him, he only seen the conscious community as what he allegedly had involvement in. But, bro, they've been doing this all around the world.
Organized
all
together, show them how to
United
organize.
States of America.
Real Harlem, like that's Harlem. And so,
and I'm not dissing nobody else within their community outside of that. I'm only explaining it to you what it was for us and how it became. We don't like the
I definitely feel like this was a distraction. This was supposed to, like, you know, distract motherfuckers or whatever. But it definitely is not finna happen. It did not work. I called it, you know, fake beef. I had offered y'all some beef flavored Pop-Tarts. the other morning, served y'all breakfast for this fake beef. This is what I was talking about.
Conscious community now today because of the YouTube stuff. And
This was too quick to almost become friends recently. You know what I'm saying? No.
everybody is in that. You know, like people is just in there doing all kind of crazy stuff. You
But
know,
that's
no,
why we
man.
like. But look at the unity event we did in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? That was all community shit.
Yeah.
Like what messed it up was that you know, we dealing with nigga shit. Like we act like that. We have to go through this. This is evolution to me. Like we're
Shout out to Ray and people like Ray.
evolving and understanding of how we deal with each other. We do recognize that we need to eat better. But we went extreme with it. We do recognize that we got to understand our history. We do recognize
where
that
you going wrong there, Q? Where you going wrong at is you arguing with somebody who started the conscious community, brother. I started the conscious community in Harlem on 125th.
Saneter in here acting like he Huey P. Newton or Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Fam, what is he? He over here. I started this, brother. And listen to how he talks while he doing this. Like he know that it's a con, and that's why it comes off to me as a con. He sound like one of them niggas that be downtown, right? Trying to get some motherfucking money or whatever for some drugs and some liquor so they could drink it out of a motherfucking paper bag and shit with the little paper bag on it. Come on, brother. I've been doing this, brother. Give me a donation, brother. Oh, I care about the community, brother. I care about the community, brother. Give me a hug, brother. My name is Saneter, brother. I care about the children, brother. Give me some money, brother. I've been doing this. I've provided for this whole community, brother. I've been stopping fights, brother. I work with Dr. Ben, brother. Nobody outside of motherfucking New York in that area really know what Dr. Ben, but besides through y'all. I thought the nigga was a legend or something. Like, you never see the nigga. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to him, though. I heard that, you know, from what I heard about him is that, you know, he had good knowledge and he was a reputable person. But Saneter is that con nigga. Like, let me borrow $1, brother. Can I get your number, brother? Where you going, sister? You look cute, girl. What you talking about? That scam ass crackhead type of mentality. Like, and then the way he say brother is just, like it give me chills. Let's get back into it though. Child, we only 12 minutes in. This gonna be a long day.
Let me ask you something. When you say this, right? That's your,
I would say I'm one of the brothers.
Like Saneter, respectfully, right?
Yes, go ahead.
For me as a black nationalist, Pan-African, you are nobody that I looked up to as a New Yorker.
I get AIDS, brother.
Richard Green created,
diagnosed by 4 different hospitals, brother.
An entire community in Crown Heights with almost hundreds of children were learning how to be Pan-Africans. He took the buildings, built it himself. So that's why I'm like, when people say, I'm like, no, nobody owns the, like, that is a
pay for the debate, brother.
The conscious community is a relic of people wanting to fight, brother. And it's people coming together that see.
My name is Filthy Frank, the West Side Dust Head, brother, or whatever they called him. You know?
That we have to figure this out. So wherever there's people like that want to say, that's why for me, like, yes, Harlem is a representative of that because that's the historical place for Black America. 125th Street is a meeting ground, the soapbox. Everybody knows the soapbox history of Harlem. Nobody owns that. That's what Black it is, and people group together for that. But now looking at it as it,
he do come off like Ezella on Friday. That's a fact. I'm gonna take a shit over here, Q. You know what I mean? But don't worry, I ain't got no corn in it. You got some newspaper, little shitty ass, booty ass nigga. And that little hood rat girl, cute girlfriend, was dating Ezell in this edition. Y'all, we gotta change it up a little bit. The little crackhead girl. That is Nepal Shada. Okay? With the balloon titties. She was like, I'm an 84H. Don't hate on me, you're jealous, bitch. I know your back is aching, bitch. I'm good as a D, bitch. Your back is on fire every day. I know it hurts. The support bras don't work. Get a breast reduction. But what if you ever got cancer in your titties, right? Since your titties are your pride and your joy. What if you ever got titty cancer? And titty cancer is not funny. Shout out to those that are going through or have, yes, 84H. That's what she said, 8 something. I just said 84, okay? Because the circumference, right? But since her titties are her only prized possession, if she got titty cancer and her titties were removed, then she would be worthless, royal family. She would be the crap on the bottom of your shoe as you step in gum, and it's got all type of dirt and gunk in there, and you're like, God damn it, right? She would be that because her titties, them 84 H's, right, that sit up under her chest, like up under her neck, are the only thing that she really looks at as an asset. She can't bring nothing to the table. She ain't got no furniture. She ain't really, got no money or nothing. You ain't got to pay her either. She'll just do it for free and shit every day. But yeah, that's the only thing is some titties that she brings to the table.
Developed, it is, yes, the internet has propelled it, but it's more than just that. And we have the ability to make it more than just that. Like the science field.
Like he trying to salvage his conversation is real boring, but I didn't want to cut it out because then it just wouldn't make sense if I just came in here with the part where they was beefing and arguing and shit. It felt like, in my opinion, it wasn't being genuine or whatever. So let's show the build up. Some of it is kind of boring, and Q's fucking voice annoys me. And one of my sons walked into my room as I was listening to it, and he said something, right? Q had said something, and my son said it exactly the way that Q said it, but he was like making fun of him, like, why is he talking like that? Like, it's just annoying. I just
like, for me, you may see that we did the first black science fair. You didn't come to it, whatever, but the first black science fair in New York City, that was done because of the conscious community. People in New York.
Yeah, why is Saneter rocking back and forth? Niggas, you nervous? This was before trial.
It was like, you could never do a black only science fair. I'm like, watch us do it. Like, it's really a matter of how we look at the potential of the audience and what we're doing with it and what our focus is. But people don't that generally care about moving black people forward. And that's what they care about. They also recognize the importance of information and being able to argue the information, but they also recognize at the same time people become obsessed with just debating and hearing themselves talk. So it has to be a balance. And that's what it got the internet brought us to that conversation. Now we got people all over you got people all over the world knowing about HOK. People all over the world are part of this conversation. Forget 125th Street. We got Pan-Africans, we got nationalists. Khalid Muhammad wouldn't give a fuck about no 125th Street. He was alive. We're like, yo, push. This is 125th Street now. It's YouTube. We using it, internet. All these social media platforms to push the narrative.
Q, Khalid Muhammad, 125th Street was the foundation, brother. Khalid Muhammad stayed on the 125th Street, Q. There was where I was stationed at. It was called the Mart 125. Khalid stayed in the Mart 125.
Yeah, I know.
That's where he would go up and eat. And
no, but I'm saying if he was still alive, he would be
like these. I get it, right? Shout out to Khalid Muhammad. I don't know much about the brother, whatever, but I could never just admire somebody so much like how these do it. Like, it seemed like look, Saneter, if given the chance or asked to, Saneter would have sucked Khalid Muhammad's dick. I'm just saying. It just seems like he's ready and waiting for the zipper of the pants at any given moment. When he talks about him and the past relationship and all that, and I'm trying to build up this situation where he just went through allegedly cutting somebody's nose or ear off. It's interchangeable every time he tells the story. Next, it's going to be his lips, right? But, and this nigga that was just selling petty ass amounts of dope and all this and that, he a fucking drug addict. We already know that. And then now he just found a way to make money and pimp the conscious community. And then at the same time claim that everybody else is doing that in whatever they talk about. So in the case where Polite, went through what he went through, we were all clout chasers or whatever because we spoke about it. But, you know, nobody should condemn him for what he's also going to admit in this video too, that he made money off of it. Why not? I'm hell yeah, I'm making money off my community. So why do you even fix your mouth when other people
taking advantage
make
of
a couple of little pennies?
the internet? It will be a worldwide conversation.
Nah, he would be called the agent and everything else like everybody
Cameraman on his knees, yeah, camera looking dead at somebody's thigh.
else.
The
Some people call
with all of
him an agent right now today.
with all, forget all of that. We talking about
Shout
us.
out to Khalid though. I didn't mean to like have to put it with that analogy, but it like Saneter really, it's given that Saneter looked up to Khalid Muhammad like Polite did with York. And I just keep having to remember that there are a few people in the conscious community or whatever at that time that were leaders that, you know, maybe like Khalid Muhammad that never had any like fucked up shit about them. You know what I'm saying? But that's really hard when a lot of, you know, I'm constantly pointing out the bad ones. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's okay.
Here, the focus. Like for me as a black nationalist, Pan-African, it's about the focus. Like this debate and YouTube shit, I'm using it to connect with. That's why I'm like, I'm not ready for those thousands of people watching. I'm like, I want to make sure the people that's connected is actually with the family. Everybody in the panel here, family, we're gonna link up, we're gonna push the push programs and things that's gonna get us to the next level while debating, while pushing it. Because we know, look, soon as we start talking about right now, we can talk about basketball. Right now, everybody will leave. We can talk about relationships. People gonna leave. Let's start talking about the Bible, the Quran, what black means.
Yeah, I heard that too. I don't know what's going on, bro. I mean, I feel like I've been getting sick for the last couple of days, but it ain't really kicked in. It's like my throat is kind of like irritated or whatever, and that's about it. Besides the coughing, I don't know what's going on, but I ain't trying to like cough in y'all ear, keep clearing my throat. But I didn't want to like have days go by, you know what I mean, without me having to said something. If it, you know, if I get sicker after this, then I'll just step away for a couple of days and whatever, and then just probably leave it alone. But I at least want to state, you know, how I feel about this.
People gonna stay.
This is the first portion.
Go to the manosphere and start talking about the Bible and Quran. Watch.
See, Saneter fucking with my voice and my internet, and I'm just playing. Come on,
everybody leave.
Let me put this up, Q. Put the statement up right quick. I see it from where's she at? Saneter. Put that up. It says, so you monetize consciousness. That's a more accurate statement. See, this is why the black community is poor and broke, because you think to make a living off of your culture is wrong. Everybody, every nationality makes a living off of black culture, except for black people. That's
so when it came to the book, right? What was the problem with Enki producing, you know, publishing a book that me and Ben put in on? I haven't read everything, but I did, you know, because mine was delayed by 2 days. It was an issue with the address or something. I had changed some shit over, and I think I had fucked up, and they delivered it to the wrong place, and it got sent back or whatever. Anyway, so what's wrong with this book? But Saneter has made probably about $1 million and still lives in a fucking raggedy ass apartment with that creature that her name is Cynthia.
That's why you see them selling red, black, and green flags. And that's our culture, but we don't sell it and we don't make it. Check. So you need to learn. We are the only
queen of this
ones that's supposed to make a living and make money off of our culture, like everybody else make money off their culture. Understand that, yo. There's not supposed to be Chinese men making money off our culture, and we can't do it. But when I do it, oh, so you saying making money off the concept? Damn right. You're supposed to make money off your culture. Why are we letting everybody in our community hustling you, making money off you, selling red, black, and green flags, selling African maps? We don't do none of that. They do it. And so when we have these big events like the Million Youth March, don't you see thousands and millions of people out there selling it? Where you think they getting it from? They getting it from the goddamn Chinese. It says made in Korea, made in Japan, made all over there. But we're not selling it. We're not monetizing it because we think, oh, you know what? I can't. I think it's wrong to try to make money off your culture. No, brothers and sisters, your culture is for you. Make your living, make your money off your culture. Everybody else is using your culture. I hope y'all understand what I just said.
Yeah, I think
that go over your head.
Nah, that was right in the Zach. That wasn't right. I think that there's the conversation with the conscious community, and like, I'm doing to it. I said,
oh, that is hypocritical as hell. You come in there like, yeah, there's no problem with that. But the reason why we're here today is because we gonna call out Inky for writing a book. We're mad about that. But Saneter can do everything that he want to do. Scam the community, lie to the community, push other scammers in the community. But this motherfucking book right here gotta go. The fuck out of here, goofy ass niggas.
Said up front, I'm new into it. So the people, I love y'all. The audience, I know y'all care about seeing black people forward. You know what I'm saying? Let me get
Q. See, this is what I'm saying. People speak on things.
And he just made that statement like that, but y'all knew what the fuck motherfuckers was over here standing on. I'm not saying you watched every video, but you knew what was going on. Then y'all beef with this nigga. You come out like y'all the only ones that have ever held him accountable. Get your goofy ass out of here. Remember when we were haters, right? Remember that? Even though I showed respect when it came to Michi, I played what she said. I put respect on her name. But y'all sit up here and act like, oh, I want other people to progress. And if I could help them and, you know, it's all about, you know, working together and all this kumbaya, my lord ass shit. But when it come down to it, you see motherfuckers putting in work, and until it's an opportune time for you, them motherfuckers is haters until you get into it with the motherfucker that they beefing with. And now it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe what they were saying was the truth. Come on, y'all watch people be violated all the time and said nothing. You watch people come out that have good channels, they just smaller than yours. That's the problem. Because I'm never complaining about the over 6K that support my channel. I'm never complaining about that, period. But y'all scared, like, is competition like the issue? Because I'm just being me. I'm just presenting good work, good quality work, right? As I would want it if I'm supporting somebody's channel. But it's the competition thing. Like, I guess it's fine with
things that they heard.
That's sit up here and act like you really ride for the community and all that shit when you really don't, nigga. It's given that you weren't about compo. That's what it is. You weren't about compo.
It's not true. Miss La said, Basar, you were selling people's books without permission. That is not true, sister. Can you prove that? Can you prove it? No, you can't. You heard that somewhere. And I never sold books. I sold DVDs. You heard that somewhere. Somebody told you that. You see? I can show you videotapes right now with me going up to visit Dr. Ben. And you see me putting a stack in his hand. And you're
my inside information specialists have said that is cap. And that should be addressed at another time as well.
See, I got pictures now where Dr. Ben comes to 125th Street, gives me stuff. They give me stuff. Yo, get this out. We need that out. So, Miss Lai, you don't know what you're talking about. Stop listening to people.
And giving him 1,000, if you made several thousand, what is that? I heard that you took Dr. Ben out one time and you brought him to get Chinese food. Why you didn't bring that man somewhere where he could have got some good actual food in his stomach? Not food filled with what, MSG or whatever?
And ask me the question. I'll tell you.
I did Dr. Ben die in the hospital alone, right? There are stages of death. Why did he die in that hospital alone? And then after somebody got a call that he had passed away, y'all ran up to the hospital to act like y'all cared. Why did he have to die alone? Y'all seldomly went to that nursing home to check on that man. Why was he even in a nursing home? Why couldn't you and your wife, Cynthia, that creature that, you know, enables your bullshit, and since you've lied on me several times and made statements about my appearance, I'm going to now do the same to you and your wife. But why, you know, I just got a lot of questions, Raw Family. I'm sorry. I know this is an edit or whatever. I'll about drop this by itself. I got a couple other ones I said I was gonna drop, but I be forgetting, y'all. My life is busy, but I do try to dedicate time to y'all and chill with y'all and bring y'all the facts and the information, or at least learn it with y'all.
I will tell you, I have way, look, last cut, I'm gonna close out. I have way more DVDs right now on the street that Saneter produced that people monetize over. I don't cry about that. I got way videos up on YouTube right now that damn near a lot of channels put up on their channel and make money off of it.
Let me tell you something. My channel is not monetized. I've been monetized before. I made money off having a monetized channel. Some of my videos did really good. I had millions, even 500K, 400K on some videos, right? Because I'm always talking about shit that matters, right? The numbers that you used to get for promoting a predator polite, I was getting for talking about real shit. But it is what it is.
What are you talking about? I can hit so many channels if I wanted to, but I don't do that.
But I'm not monetized, and you did hit my channel. You talking about you don't do that? Oh, really?
Yeah, because it helps to get the information out.
No, it doesn't. And you actually, on numerous occasions, asked me to remove information and stop going at you because it was making you look bad. So you even threatened to have some goons attack my children and me and come at me and shit like that. And that's what y'all did. And you tried to flag down my channel, but now I learned how to fight them motherfuckers with the little channel. So keep playing, hoe ass nigga. Y'all finna start losing them channels soon. Cause YouTube knows what the fuck is going on now.
There's people that got channels up with nothing but my information on their channels. Go to
that's people that are calling out your shit. Fuck whatever channel name you're gonna mention or whatever. Most of the people that use your shit are calling your bitch ass out.
TikTok. You'll see my videos being played on TikTok. Cut everything on there. What is you talking about? People only go by what they hear instead of asking me. I'll tell you. Ask me.
Yeah, I think sometimes when the conversation is so centered on attack mode,
right?
Like for me, it's like keeping it on building and seeing how to elevate. Like there's a community of people here. There's a greater audience that really want to hear black people and see black people thrive. That is the focus for me. Anybody else, like every other part of the conversation is like whatever. Seeing Inky sell this shit, like nah, this is a detriment on the community. Like we got to level up.
You know me.
Wait a minute, hold up. So this book right here is a detriment on the community. How is that? Did this book rape a 14-year-old? Did this book scam anybody? There's 221 pages of this book. How is this book a detriment on the community? Sounds like niggas is hating.
For real. When you met me, tell the people who you met, bro. I'm here now to tell the people who you met when you first met me and came to me. Ask anybody here when they met me in real life. Not these niggas on YouTube that don't know me. Q, when you met me, tell the people what's the deal.
Now, if you ever are in a situation to where your credibility is on the line and you have to ask somebody to speak far as your credibility, nothing that is said after that will be respected by Queenstone. Watch how this nigga is going to basically, try to finagle a positive response about his character from Q. It's sad. And Q didn't even call him out for it.
You met me, brother.
Until they furthermore got into an argument. I would have called him out about it when he was doing it too.
What type of person was I? Who was I? What kind of man was I when you met me?
Oh, it's on Amazon. Hold on, I'll get the link. I forgot to get the link. Hold on.
Nah, you stand up, bro. You good.
No, but go in. When you came to me and you wanted help with a few things. Was I there for you? Did I turn my back on you? Come on, man, talk to the people. Let them know who I am for real. When you met me.
Shaka
not these
broke
niggas
me up
that don't know me. Not these niggas on YouTube.
Yeah, Shaka brought me up there the first time. Shaka brought me up there the first time, and then after that, I came back up. And I was like, yo, I gotta promote the institute. He's like, yo, come up, promote the institute. Brought me to, he came with me to Harlem when I bought the computers. People donated on there. Then when he came down to Brooklyn, did the video, showed the school over there. Nah, you definitely promoted it.
I didn't turn you away. I don't never turn nobody away, brother. When they come out there and they want my help or they want to help me help promote anything, brother, I'm out there, brother. I'm out there for the people, and you know that, Q. You know that.
I don't
Most
see
of the time you came, you ain't never seen no damn polite there or none of them niggas hanging with me. You ain't never see them hanging with me. I told you only when he would come into town and and he'll say, yo, I'm in town. You want to do a video? And I say, come on through, like that. But most of the time I'm there on the grounds by myself teaching.
Yep. What Nova? Wasn't those Nova Felders? There's Nova's pictures in the background, right?
No, those are my pictures. That's my stuff.
Oh, your pictures. Right.
Yeah, I was teaching that, bro, for years with my bullhorn in the community. And when I came to visit you, you ain't never seen no polite rolling with me. I'm rolling dolo. I'm coming by myself because he wasn't hanging with me. You see?
You see, wasn't Shaka accused of pedo? Shaka hit me up on Facebook. Love what he was doing love what I was doing with the kids. He's like, yo, I want to bring you on Saneter platform, help people know about you.
See, now that's scary because when he says Shaka, he's not talking about Shaka Ndugu. He's talking about Shaka Amos, who 2 years ago I exposed for being a predator when his victim Kelsey came out about how he groomed her and had sex with her as a minor and even afterwards. But he also had dated her mother, and that's how he was around her. And niggas act like they didn't hear that either. You know what I mean? But these are motherfuckers that are supposed to be leaders. These motherfuckers are supposed to be doing research for the community. And he was brought into the conscious community, right, in Saneter's realm, right, by Shaka. So all of this is very interesting to me, to say the least.
Was literally the context, like that was the context of Shaka. Like that's why when people be joking us, I'm like, yo, Shaka, you know, he hit me up. He was like, yo, can I see what you're doing on Facebook? That's pretty much how it went. And then he kept telling me, like, yo, you gotta come on Saneter platform. You gotta come on Saneter platform. Yeah, that was Shaka. Hell yeah. When I went up there, Saneter showed nothing but love.
Man, oh man. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. After last night's interview with my brother, Shaka Amos, I viewed the video and things just didn't sit right with me last night. I gotta keep it a buck, y'all. I gotta keep it a buck. After viewing the video, I'm watching it again, and it just didn't seem right to me. That's why, if you notice, I took the videos down. I had to take it down. It just didn't seem right to me, man. Not to bang on nobody or bang on my brother Shaka, but I think I'm gonna need more convincing. You know, I just hope y'all don't say, oh, Sa is crossing his man again. And no, it's not that. It's just that I'm not saying he did it or he didn't. It just don't seem right to me. You know, the whole shit with the mother and the daughter. And after listening to him yesterday, I got to keep it a buck. Damn, bro. Oh, man, I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say about it. It's hard.
And how come, wait, hold on.
Hard when people is your mans and, you know, it's just hard for me to do that. So I'd rather just say I just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right growing up. A little girl, she's 10 years old, man. I didn't know all of that. 10 years old, man. And you growing up, she's growing up and you with the mother. Oh, boy. That's.
Now, this recording is from 2021. But Saneter knew about Shaka's alleged allegations prior to that. I'm not sure of the date, but prior to that, there was another allegation. Plus, he's going to talk about another one of Shaka's ex-girlfriends that the daughter, and I believe her, claims that Shaka also abused her as well. So how come this nigga just always has friends that are fucking child abusers? Like, and then when he's faced with that they're a child abuser, information comes out, because he lied and slandered me. This is when he was attacking me and my children, lying on my family. This nigga tried to pick a family for me, y'all, and said that I was lying on Polite, him, he wasn't running a sex ring and all this shit. But it's clearly y'all see what's going on.
That's
right?
rough for me. I couldn't do no shit like that. The video was great yesterday, son. I hear you. And I'm not condemning him. I'm not saying he did it. I'm not doing all that. I'm just saying for me, it just didn't feel right to me. You know, after looking at it, man, after viewing it and after hearing shit. This is why you noticed I took it down. If y'all noticed it, I took that shit down last night. Just morning, I took it down early in the morning. Like, man, let me get rid of this shit. I spoke to a sister early this morning, too. That really made this shit rough for me. I spoke to a sister, y'all. A sister who claims her daughter was involved with some shit with Shaka Utmost as well. So maybe she would have brought her daughter on, but her daughter don't want to be a part of it right now because she's working. She got a good job and a good life. And her daughter practically begged her mother not to bring her back up into this stuff. So it's heavy. This shit is heavy. And the daughter is legit. This shit just hurts, man. Damn, man. Oh, man. I don't know.
And Saneter, I don't know if sometimes you be like, because I believe Saneter's rocking dentures or maybe his front teeth or something, because I've been noticing in audio, you know, that he seems like he has a lot of spit in his mouth. And at his age, you know, he's 61. He would be an elder, but he's a fucking crackhead and he's a scammer and he's a predator. So we cannot promote that in our community. But I was wondering if he be not gluing in his dentures, or they be coming off or something when he's talking sometimes, because I can literally hear them flapping around in his mouth. You know, you'll hear it a little bit. You'll hear it in this video if you haven't already.
I'm not gonna be a part of none of this shit. People gonna have to do their shit on their own. You know, I'm gonna fall back off of this story. I just got to fall back.
So another story where he decided to fall back and wait it out, right? Right?
For two reasons. For one reason. The reason I'm falling back off of this shit is because.
What's your reason this time, bitch nigga?
This shit just don't sound right to me. And I don't think people is coming all the way out with the truth. It just don't sound right to me. So I'm not going to jump in and try to defend nobody, especially because what if I'm wrong? And the other person on the other side, the girl, is looking at me like, yo, what the fuck? I mean, so it's best for me to just fall back, get the hell up out of this story, and just let Shaka do his own thing. When you say you did the right thing, Sa, what you talking about? As far as what? I did the right thing. It's like power to my man Uncle Cat in the building. What's up, brother?
What's good, man? How you doing, bro?
Not so good, man. I'm not doing so good after the interview I did yesterday, brother. I was just talking to the people, letting them know that I really don't feel good about it after the interview, after watching it. And this is why I had to take that video down, because I wasn't feeling good after watching the video. Not to throw my brother Shaka under the bus, because like I said, I just don't feel good about it. I just don't know. I don't want to jump in and do something where, what if I'm wrong? And then the lady or the girl who is being accused is looking at me like, yo, nigga, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know, that make me look crazy. And then I look at my daughter. I got a daughter, man. So I look at my daughter, man, on her side. So I don't know. I know that shit wouldn't look right for me.
Yeah, we all got daughters. We all got daughters.
So do you have a problem, Unc? Because that's where I'm looking at it like, if the girl is above age. I didn't look at the grooming part until I really started looking into it. Like, damn, that's kind of rough there. You know, you with the mother and the daughter was 10 years old. I'm like, damn, man, hold on here. Do you have a problem with a man messing with the mother in the daughter as long as the daughter is of age. Like if she's 20, 19, or whatever. Do you have a problem with that? And do you think that's wrong?
Well, just speaking on my own situation and having mothers to where I help raise the daughter, it's completely out of order. It's as a matter of fact, it's dysfunctional behavior. I'm gonna say it again, right? Some of long-term friends with women that have kids, like I've been around women who got a daughter that's 3-4 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be around them for years. Okay, remember, this baby is 3, 4, and they start to grow. You're the only male in their life. You're around their mother all the time, bro. They start to look at you as a father. Okay, you should look at them as a daughter. And the way you help raise a family is raise the kids and treat the kids as if they were your own. So as these children develop from the age of 4 to 5 to 6, right, you see them.
Right, that question was wild as hell.
Start to go through puberty. You see them growing up right in front of your eyes. They're always looking at you as a father. And if that situation ever gets mixed up, you immediately step in and get it straight. I've never had a problem with that getting confused, right? But I'm not going to say it doesn't happen. What I'm saying is that it should always be a father-stepfather relationship.
All right.
The barrier should never be broken because
now his bottom teeth are donated, y'all.
Then that's weird because you
Stop.
basically you're taking advantage. All right, go ahead.
Because this going to
like, why did he have to say stop like that? That was weird as hell. What the fuck?
And on to it, and it's going to open you up. You talked about puberty. Is it a fact that when you grow
up... Is it a fact? It's fact. Nigga, learn to pronunciate.
Growing up and you have your daughter in the house, her puberty don't grow as fast because you're not looking at it like that. But if it's another stranger or a man in the house and he's there, her puberty tends to grow a little faster because now this is a man that is not her father. Is that a scientific fact? Have that been any study on that? Because now...
Bro, what in the fuck? Bro, what in the fuck in hell is going on?
That you know what I'm saying? Like if it's a man, a regular man in the house and he's just messing with your mama, the girl puberty grows quicker than it would be if it was just a father. Speak on that.
Yes. You know,
because I know you're a scientist.
Evolution.
This nigga ain't no fucking scientist. This nigga already admitted, that he was smoking crack out of keys or snorting crack out of keys. Period. This crackhead nigga is not a scientist, bro. Now it's good that he's allegedly clean now, but what kind of fucking question was that? A, and B, why is this nigga like the scientist when it comes to a question like that? That's weird. And I just think like what in the fuck is going on, fam?
Yeah, so basically, if you look up incest, there's a mechanism based off of evolution.
You get Chris Hansen up in here. Like, nigga, don't leave me alone with these niggas.
That the body naturally realizes that the daughter is not available because that's your biological daughter. So certain hormonal chemicals, aren't sparked.
So you mean to tell me that the reason why, like, a man would look at a child and not think sexual is based off of hormones? Like, hormones are keeping motherfuckers from... I mean, you could say that it's a chemical imbalance of a predator having sex, wanting to have sex with a child, but it's also about morals, right? It's also about why in the fuck is your dick getting hard when you're around a child, but your dick don't get hard around a woman type of shit. Because why are you interested in having sex with a child 9 times out of 10? You know, it's something wrong with your dick, or you can't fuck, or so I don't know. But the fact that, like, I've never looked at a child and was like, wait till that child gets older. What kind of fucking shit is going on here? Like, and this whole analogy about a step parent being around, if the step parent is not a predator, then there is no problem. And he's going to kind of talk about that. I don't disagree with everything that was said, but that question that Saneter asked was suspect in itself. Period.
The biological father's in the house. That's to stop incest, right? Like you're not supposed to want your daughter, right? Because it causes a genetic default. And so the body has put in place mechanisms, right, that slows down that process, that makes you not, certain hormonal chemicals will transpire that make you not want your daughter not want you. But when the non-biological father's in the house, that's why I'm telling the mothers to pay close attention. Your daughter will become available faster based off of hormonal chemicals, right? She will reach puberty quicker to make her available to that male.
Okay. Well, what in the fuck is this nigga talking about, and why would he ever even look that up? Like, it sounds like niggas is trying to look up reasons as to make this okay. And we've already talked about the agenda that they're trying to usher in, where these sick motherfucking individuals can fuck your children and there's no repercussions that come behind it. Bro, this whole conversation is sus.
Okay, so I'm letting the mothers know that you gotta watch out for that, because these little girls will have certain feelings for the man there, right? And you gotta address that.
And y'all act like every time somebody molests a child that it's just a man, though. Women be out here doing this shit too.
Girls, right, that are around these men, right, they become available, right? When I say available, I mean, I'm not talking about, I'm talking about physically, right? They start to mature earlier. Y'all can look up the studies, okay? So what I'm saying is...
So you mean to tell me, Unc, that your crackhead ass sat down and looked at the studies about what happens, hormonally, if a stepfather lives in the home versus a real father or whatever in the fuck? For what? Why would you look that up?
Pervert in your midst will take advantage of that. But little girls they can be very influenced. That's why they call it grooming. So these predators take advantage of little girls, and little girls, they first person they love is their dad. And so perverts and predators, they work off of that and they take advantage of that. Does it ever make any sense for a man that's been around your child since she been 5, 6, 7, 8, 15, or whatever the hell?
Now, I want to point out that this audio that we're listening to now was from 2021. So recently, Shaka was on Saneter's platform, and I'm not sure where Unc was or what part he played in that. Did he hit the panel? Did he salute him? What? But the HOK, the House of, killers, con artists, crazy motherfuckers that will molest your children, still support Shaka because he was recently just on the channel being promoted by Saneter, and these allegations never went away. He just threatened to sue, and the victim didn't want to speak anymore because Saneter had gained an audience of people that attacked her for what happened to her. And then he just deleted the video, even though he claims he didn't agree with it, but he just deleted the video, which is evidence. That type of video he should have kept up instead of all these videos promoting him as a good person. At least, he should have left that video up if he's also going to have them on there anyway. Let people decide for themselves. Put the videos back up. Since you got the videos up where you could make money about, you're not making money really off of no molestation video. That's why my videos are unmonetized. The fuck?
For him to in turn mess with her, that's not okay. There is something wrong with that.
I'm sorry for yelling, y'all, but I'm fucking tired of motherfuckers pussyfooting around, acting like, whole time they've been standing on business and they're not. Motherfuckers sitting over here trying to make excuses to my fucking hormones. And even if it was hormones that make somebody want to fuck a child, bro, it's still sick as fuck. What about morals? Where did that part fit in at?
No matter what y'all...
No, they trying to make this shit a sexually, mental illness, which it is to some degree, but that's also minimizing it. Oh, he just has, if you come in contact with somebody, and there's nothing wrong with people that are autistic or whatever, definitely not, or even ADHD, bipolar, whatever, right, schizophrenic, with the proper treatment, and I'm not saying drugs necessarily, but with the proper treatment, they can overcome that and be successful. I know people that serious mental disorders, like even schizophrenia, and the person is bomb at what they do. That's just what I'm gonna say. And you know, the mental disorder is definitely not like it would if it was untreated, right? And we need to stop also demonizing like mental illnesses, like real ones, like those types, like autism or anything like that, because it's not the end of the world. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to minimize shit. I also do have other feelings about like the big pharma industry and things like that, but those things are not suitable to talk about on YouTube. So I don't anymore. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on with this just period. It's just a lot. But we're not finna minimize it and just say, oh, these people just have mental disorders. That part can be true. But this is the type of mental disorder that nobody should back. Nobody should just be like, oh, well, they do suffer from being a sex offender. So we should understand that that's a mental disorder. So we should support them in what? Like the minor attracted person map, right? There's a community of people that are coming out claiming that they're not pedophiles or whatever, because pedophiles, ephebophiles, and hebophiles are three different types of predators that are attracted to children based off of the age bracket. But they have grouped themselves in a group now, and they're calling themselves MAPS and No MAPS. It's an acronym for minor attracted person or non-offending minor attracted person. But who's to say that the non-offending minor attracted persons aren't actually just minor attracted persons? And what is the difference? You know, we know what the difference is, but I'm just saying the way they presented it was faulty as fuck. And there is real agendas to push this. And I believe that some of the people that are enabling Saneter, they're aware of this and they're involved in the movement of it. There's a lot of shit that I was presented recently that I'm investigating. So it does take time to go through it, because I don't want to come up here half-cocked and be like, yeah, so-and-so, da-da-da-da-da. And also, if I did that in any regard, like if LGBT was thrown into it or whatever, we're not attacking LGBT. We know that LGBT people, as well as people that are straight, do, you know, sometimes molest children if they a predator or whatever. And we need to deal with those people, whether they're gay, straight, green, blue, black, whatever. Period. What's good, Jeanette?
Shout
out to
everybody. We're not even trying to hear, well, she was at the age. That doesn't, I'm saying is, what type of man am I to be in the presence of another woman, mess with her daughter to me, mess with her daughter grows up, right? And then when she reaches a certain age, how does that then make sense for me to do that? First of all, I'm not messing with your sisters. I'm not doing
facts, Marquise. They teach them predator tactics.
None of that shit. Right? But that's not creepy. Messing with somebody, a woman you got, and messing with a sister ain't creepy. But messing with the woman that you mess with, daughter, and watch her grow and look at you a certain way, that's the creepy shit. Now, for me, it's more.
So what? Wow.
Wrong.
I remember when Saneter made up a lie and he said that my baby daddies were brothers. Clydiva also made up this lie. She, you know, told it to Saneter and Saneter ran with it. They're not even related. None of my baby daddies are related, but they came up with this bullshit. Then they were best friends and all this and that. You know what I mean? It's just fucking weird. But like, look how he just said that it's not creepy if a man fucks one woman and he fucks her sister as well. But, you know, of course they got to get on the train and act like they fight pedophilia. So they got to act like, well, it is if it is a minor or the daughter of somebody that you're dating. Like, all that shit is disgusting.
For me to mess with another family member, whether it's your cousin, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just would, like, it's too many women on planet Earth to even play that game. But I'm telling you where the predator shit comes into play. Because we talked about the hormones. We talked about you being able to easily take advantage of a teenager's hormones. Anybody that's ever raised daughters and young men know that at certain ages their hormones are all over the place, and a person can take advantage of that shit. That's what we talking about here. Is
Oh, legit. Right now, I got in the house, I got a 14-year-old girl. Her hormones ain't all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I got a 13-year-old son and a 5-year-old little girl. Bruh, I've already raised boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to act like it's because the reason why these men attack children is because the child's hormones are all over the place. It's always coming back to the child when regardless in most of these situations and let me say this, if a child does as you're an adult, let's say you're an adult man and a little girl tries to come on to you, not only should you say no, but your immediate thought should be what happened to this child to make her want to have sex with a grown man, period. But see, a predator don't give a fuck. And he's also removing the fact that these predators groom children. And that means that there's action on the side of the predator that caused the child to feel that way, as it's already been known. Sometimes a child can be molested or touched or whatever, and they could, look at the experience like it didn't feel right, but also they were sexually aroused during it, right? Because they're being sexually aroused at the time, right? If you listen to the trial, the portion where Oprah Winfrey was talking right before we got into the court, Oprah was speaking about that, right? Um, when she was talking about ways that you can spot a predator or what they do, tactics that predators use. And oftentimes that causes the victim to feel shame or blame because they, you know what I mean? It is really confusing. And I don't want to say it in a certain way and then Saneter try to flip it around. But I know what I'm talking about. And in a different type of room or a situation where Saneter wasn't there, I would speak more on it, but he could definitely try to twist my words and as a survivor make me look like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what happened in my situation. This nigga's a sick fucking predator. I didn't like none of the shit that happened to me. I wasn't sexually gratified or nothing, period. But they're removing the fact that grooming took place in 99.9% of these situations where children end up having sex to whatever degree with a man or a woman. These predators are actually seeking these children out. And to say it like he did is removing responsibility from the fucking adult in the situation. And I'm over that shit too. Like Saneter acts like he cared about the victim and polite shit. He didn't. They said all type of shit about the mother and how that semen got on the shirt and the scarf. All type of disrespectful shit. He rode with polite, and you a damn fool if you thought that mother was not watching all of that shit. But I do hope that she saw the trial on Saneter. Some of y'all may think it was just like, a nut, whatever. But at the end of the day, that was our attempt to, there's always people talking about, well, the community ain't holding them accountable. That was our attempt to actually do so. You know what I mean? It was at times a little, there's some humor in there, right? Or whatever. And you've seen some of the videos before, but it's proving a case, proving a point at the end of the day. I just wanted to let y'all know that.
having your daughters or your young boys around people that's taking advantage of their hormones. Are y'all getting it? At no point is it ever the young lady's fault. It's the grown man's fault. The grown man has to step in and
He says that right there, but listen, y'all.
draw the goddamn line. Simple as that. So now we understand what incest is. Now we understand hormones and genes and genetics based off this conversation. When you're dealing with the mother, right?
Oh, he just summed up the whole situation about why men molest in what, a couple of minutes? Wow. That's a slap in the face to people that really fight against this.
And they have little kids, daughters, right? Man, it's a certain way she's looking at your motherfucking ass. She's one, looking at you as a father. Two, she could potentially look at you as a fucking lover because she has a chemical imbalance and she can have a crush on you and you would have.
So here he goes making it the victim's fault, right? Listen to this shit.
have to address that shit the right motherfucking way.
So he in one breath he's saying that
Under no
it's not the victim's fault, but in another breath he's saying it's a chemical imbalance and the man got to address it another way. Duh. Why in the fuck does anybody have to go over what happens if you're really approached by a child? Besides the fact of walking away from that situation, because a lot of men in that situation, I don't know about women. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to be in the same room with a woman that molests kids because it would be on site. But bro, I just cannot, bro. This shit is fucking wild, bro.
No circumstance can you mess with somebody you've messed with.
Like, this shit is draining as fuck. To have to like talk about this shit with grown ass men that claim to be the elders of a fucking community into which they really don't even know what they're talking about besides this bullshit that they post up on their platforms. When you really listen to the real logic of how they think, it's sick.
Daughter that's been looking at you for the last 5, 6, 7 years. Like
So,
I'm saying that's the creepy shit for me, bro.
Okay,
and
brother.
I'm telling you, as a basketball coach, they teach you about grooming, and that shit is ridiculous, yo.
I had a stepfather, and I never looked at him like I wanted to fuck him. And one time, when my mom was out of town with my stepfather, and the phone rang, and I picked it up just when, landlines and shit like that was going on. I picked it up, and it was my mom's ex-boyfriend. He ain't been around for like 4 or 5 years at this time. Now, when I was a kid, he never came on to me. But I picked up the phone, and he asked for my mother. I knew that he didn't know that she had gotten married and stuff because he had been gone for some years or whatever. So I said, she out of town. I'll tell her to call you or whatever. I wasn't finna tell her shit because I didn't really like the nigga anyway. But he was like, well, can I come over there, and spend some time with you or whatever? Mind you, he spent about 3 years with my mother. He never came on to me. But the fact that he was doing it now, so I deliberately right away hung up and I called my mom and I told my mom about it. And my stepdad went fucking ham, bro. He came back, and this is not to glorify violence, but he came back. He asked me what happened, not judgmental or nothing. And he drove over there to that man's house, right? He was like, knock on the door. Baby girl, I knocked on the door. He opened the door, and my stepdad damn near knocked that nigga motherfucking head off his body. I was like, damn. I ran to the car and shit like, oh shit, nigga, what the fuck? Like, I did not expect that.
There's no excuse for none of that type of behavior.
Okay, I notice you constantly say daughter, daughter, but you leave out the son. We must remember the son is a factor as well.
Like, is this scripted? Are you writing down notes to make you look like you really give a fuck about children?
Sons get molested too, brother.
That's right.
Not
T Junior said, what happened to the 2 videos with Shaka yesterday? Well, like I said when I came on, I looked at it and I didn't feel comfortable with it. It just didn't seem right to me. I guess my shit, I'm just looking at it, then I'm looking at my baby, and then I'm like, damn, this shit. I'm not accusing them of nothing. I'm just saying, to me, it didn't look right. It don't look right to me. And so that's why I decided to let me get this shit down. Let me just take it down. I don't like it. It didn't feel right to me. Simple as that. So how come situations like this?
In reality, you took it down because it makes y'all look bad. But I got it though. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Never end up with the police finding out what's going on. Like, when do they supposed to come into it? Contact. Or with the mother. If it was all right with the mother, what can?
Now they're gonna make it the mother's fault. So Saneter said, hold on, are we gonna listen to it from his mouth?
When do they supposed to come into it? Contact. Or with the mother. If it was all right with the mother, what can we say? If the mother doesn't have a problem with it. If the mother don't have a problem with it, then what point of it is of us? That's what I'm saying. That's all.
If the mother don't have a problem, then there's something wrong with the mother, yo. It's dysfunction. It's dysfunction. It's just that simple, yo.
But if the men don't stand up in the community to stop it, then how you just gonna expect the mother to stop it? Notice every time that one of these situations come up, it's something about the mother. Now I admit, in the Shaka situation, I got some type of feelings about the mother. The mother did hit my panel in one of the videos. She spoke. I might just put them videos back out because, child, I really don't got nothing to hide. But at first, like, just it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? And my kids were being attacked and shit like that. But I'm not Saneter. I would never just take something out. Like, you would literally have to threaten to sue me and then, and all this and that. But Shaka almost was doing, you know what I'm saying, 7-hour live streams. He did about 32 hours of live streams all together in response. So, I mean, I got all of them too in totality, the whole thing. And I could just, edit them. It would just, take me a while to edit everything and get all the parts that I need. But he already admitted that he slept with the child. But why does the HOK still support this nigga?
It's dysfunctional behavior. So if you have a mother's in the household who's dysfunctional, right, and out of order behavior, you know what I'm saying? The kid still ain't supposed to have to pay for that, right? That's when the man in that situation has to, man up and realize that I'm not feeding into none of that. Mm-hmm. You get that point?
Yes.
It's just a mixy environment. I think that's what people get.
And that's why people that are not qualified should not talk about molestation, because this nigga, like, they always try to blame the mother. Now, in some cases, you do got mothers that don't give a fuck. A child will go to them and say, I was abused. The mother automatically is not listening. But a lot of the times, the victim is too scared to speak at all, period. And there is no chemical situation that goes on with the child that makes all that bullshit. If it is, it's in the man, because the man is the fucking adult, period. Or the adult in the situation, if it's a woman, right? The adult is the one that should be responsible. But why would they just jump to the conclusion that it would be a chemical imbalance because of in the child? That's why the man or woman abused said child. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, we back to this Q butter shit. I just wanted to prove a point, because niggas is acting like they don't know what happened with Shaka. And that's one of the reasons why I would bring it back, is because Q Butt is sitting over there saying that he got brought into the conscious community, into knowing Saneter through Shaka, and that's a fucking problem for me. And then at the same time, he run a school and all this shit out of his goddamn living room. I'm just saying.
Confused, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I could say I would love to see more commercials of Zyx or something. Yeah, so yeah, they want to see commercials. Brother Rich recently, he like
the company, I guess, is Zyx.
Like, nah, Q, I got to set on the commercial, but he was like, I'll play your commercial for free. But that's the weird space of the conversation. Like, we're looking at the internet and we're looking at it like, yo, this is the movement. This is supposed to take us to the next level. And it's like, how could you charge? How could you do this stuff? How could you be doing stuff like that? It's a conversation to have, you know what I'm saying, and to level up the community. Cynthia G promotes the school all the time. Cynthia G promotes the institute. It's a business still. You know what I mean? Like, it's a business. So I do understand that space. It's just, we look at it, and I understand the other side where we look at it for something more than that. Look at it like, yo, this is the movement. Now, I ain't going to tell Saneter to do it. Saneter had a white dude on it earlier. He interviews people.
Yeah, I had a white dude on, and I'll bring on more white dudes. As far as I know, it's niggas sticking knives in my back. Not that white man. I used to be as militant as there can be. Q Butter, you know that. I was so goddamn hard on Europeans until I woke up and got on YouTube and realized that, goddamn, it's not the white man that's trying to stop me from feeding my family. It's not the white man that's trying to shut me down. It's not the white man that's stabbing me in the goddamn back. It's niggas that look like me, Q. Because as far as I know, it's niggas that look like me that will cross you in a minute. Cross you in a minute. So y'all can mix me with all that black and white shit today. The shit that I seen black people do to me, oh, hell no, I'm not with that no more. I'm watching you niggas. I'm watching y'all. That's who I'm watching right now. Niggas throw me under the bus at a drop of a dime. I'm watching you, not the white man. I see him coming 1,000 miles away. I'm watching you now. So that's why you seen the little softer side coming out now. Like, yo, let me refocus my shit now. But the black man is just one of the advocates of the devil. That's all it is. You see? But it's the black man, it's that nigga mentality that will kill your ass in a minute. And if y'all don't wake up and you get mad when the black man raises up and make money off his culture, you get mad at that. You don't like that. We got to tear that nigga down. Let's keep that McDonald's working though. Let's keep that Chinese restaurant intact though. Like I mean, man, I've been on them goddamn streets fighting, bleeding for black people for years, bro. I had niggas pull guns out on me. The cops come by, rip my joint down, throwing me in the jail. That's my story. That's Saneter history. None of these niggas here could ever step in my shoes when it comes to this knowledge, when it comes to waking my people up. None of y'all, nobody, challenge me. Check my record. You niggas just know me on some goddamn YouTube. That's where y'all begin to know me at, on YouTube. I don't know the real Saneter. Nope, you don't. You don't. Not this YouTube stuff. This shit is not even real. This YouTube is not even real.
Yo, Looney, the chat's on fire, y'all. Come on with the
all of this militant talk that
Oh, it's very real, Saneter. I'm really on your heels. My team really on your heels, nigga. For real. For real. It's real. With them other niggas, you could play around, ring around the rosy, kumbaya. You could play duck, duck, goose for all I give a fuck. Well, over here, it's real, nigga. It's real smoke.
I hear people talk, Michi X-ass, UQ butter, all of this militant shit I hear y'all talk. Y'all ain't do shit like what I've been through. Nigga, I've been surrounded by a whole goddamn police force at the Million Youth March with Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. We've been surrounded by, if Khalid would have got shot, goddamn it, I would have got shot right there with him. In Atlanta, when we
coulda, woulda. If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Bitch, shut your goofy ass up, dude. Saneter. Like, and that's how you could tell that he a hype ass nigga. Like, he a low budget ass, hype ass nigga because he think he in the conscious community or he conscious or whatever because he sold some books and sat down during some lectures and stole copyrighted material. This shit really ain't copyrighted. Don't let YouTube get you fucked up. That's why you have to go through a step. You got to strike the video, copyright strike, and then you also, if you appeal it, you got to show that you're really finna go to court about this situation. Bro, stop playing.
We traveling, going to Texas when James Byrd got his head popped off when he was drinking at the bar. If you know who James Byrd is, go and do the research. I was out there. We was out there. We was there. I put myself on the line going out there. I ain't seen none of these niggas, these armchair revolutionary niggas talk that talk. I walk that shit. I could back my shit up. I got the proof. But I don't be showing it like that because that's not what it is. It's not about the bragging right. But if I have to show my history, I'll show it. Q, you wanted to interview me one day. I'll show it. Whenever you do, I will bring the information and show it. Simple.
But it's not, but we're wording it like that, right? Like I look at transmissions and I think like some of the older generation, y'all my old heads. Y'all were just using bad transmissions, man. And the way y'all viewed work was like kind of different. So a lot of the stuff that y'all saw as work kind of got skewed. It was more like, it was nice. It was good for the cameras, but it was like, the generation wasn't building a lot of shit. That's why for me, when you look at like Richard Green was building schools. Like he took a whole building, multiple buildings, and had students all over the place. You know what I mean? Like
Richard Green had the money to do it.
No, Richard Green had the power to do it.
So are you saying that Khalid Muhammad wasn't doing it right?
Yes.
Are you saying Malcolm X wasn't doing it right, brother?
Yes. I would say it could have been
Carter G. Woodson? Come on, Q. What are you talking about? Carter G. Woodson?
No,
Marcus Garvey? What are you talking about? Huh?
Yes, I'm gonna say that at this generation that we're in, we're supposed to analyze the things that were not done
effectively. It's a different time period, Q. No, but everybody have a time period that they got to go into. Look at the generation.
Hold on. In saying it, right? Hold on. In saying it, right?
Yeah.
Right. Richard Green is one of the most respected activists from the 80s and 90s in the city. You see what I mean? It's a matter of work. People got their time to say like, yo, did you choose the right books or did you choose to build schools? Did you choose the lecture, or did you teach the people how to have rhetoric and how to do debates? It's differences in the machine. I was taught not to differentiate us and focus on resume talk and focus more on what we're doing. Because again, like for me, from my perspective, I could jump out the window with my resume right now. You know what I'm saying? Like out the window. I didn't fuck with the conscious community because I didn't see y'all as doing anything tangible. I was creating GED programs out of my music studio in 2006. You see what I mean? Getting my GED programs. And that's nothing to brag about. That's just what we do when we care about the community. When I came in, saw people on 2/5, all I saw was people talking. And that's what my father would tell me. Like, yo, all these dudes do is be talking. You're going to see all these soapbox dudes talking about their books, talking about history. They ain't doing shit. They ain't doing nothing.
That's not true, because a lot of people that came by Cube, listening to us talk, they went out and made themselves a better life, brother. What are you talking about? Some of them went out there and got better jobs. What are you talking about, Cube?
What I'm talking about is...
So you saying Malcolm ain't do shit? Malcolm X ain't do nothing?
I'm telling you.
I'm asking you. You saying Malcolm X ain't do shit?
Just keep it on y'all.
That's not private.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm gonna answer you exactly. I'm gonna answer you exactly what my father said. He said, "Q, I focused on you, my family. When you watch these dudes that get on their soapboxes, judge them by the results of their family and what they have left over. Before you get on those soapbox, understand you have a family and a community in real life. And so when you look at what's left over, I ain't gonna disrespect anybody's families, but when we talk about having the movement looking like it's broke and nothing passing over to the next generation, that's what we talking about. So when we talk about building, right? When you met me in my music studio. I was producing Loaded Up's project. Understand this.
When we Q got a school saw, y'all are not the same. Let me say
about that.
You're right. We are not the same, nigga. Saneter had a school for over 20 plus years, my nigga. Saneter been doing this all over the world. The fuck you niggas talking about?
All over the world? What the fuck? This nigga act like he Michael Jackson or motherfucking bad analogy. Anyway, like he just a traveling artist or something. Like, what is going on, bruh?
If me and Q was to stand in Chicago, who the people gonna know for that information, for that school that they built? If I take Q to California, who the people gonna know? I'm known all over the goddamn world for the work that I have done. I take Q to Africa. Ain't nobody gonna know Q. Y'all niggas are play.
I don't think nobody really gonna trip off of you. You probably walk all type of places. In New York, you're probably noticed and shit like that, but nigga, you're not a famous nigga. Like, what the
You can't shoot every
right here.
Wait.
You literally shooting shots saying that you're not shooting shots. How are you shooting shots saying you're not shooting shots? You steady shooting shots saying you're not.
My man, mind your business. I'm talking to Q.
You know, no, you mind your fucking business. What are you talking about? The whole fucking time. Wait.
One mic.
Wait. Calm down. You were shooting shots at the whole panel. You were shooting shots at the whole panel. I was quiet.
Defending himself.
Nobody said that to you. Nobody in the schedule said nothing to you. Nobody in the schedule said nothing to you.
I'm not even.
Hold on. Remember, Royal Family, that the reason for this live was to come up here and talk shit to Enki about the book. And now look at Saneter getting drug on a panel, and I'm telling you, it's finna go the fuck down. But just the karma that Sa keeps getting. No, it bothers him so bad.
Nobody. Yes, you was. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking. You was taking shots. You was taking shots at this whole panel. Everybody heard the chat, heard it. You kept talking about I'm more militant than everybody on this fucking panel. I'm more just. I'm still talking. I am still talking. I don't care. But you stopped mentioning us when you was talking to Q.
So he jumped off the panel. Winston said in New York, he says, he's known as the bootleg man. He's from Brooklyn. So shout out to Winston for saying the bootleg man. That's exactly what the accusations are as well. You know,
was about you and Q. You should stop talking about you're more militant than everybody on the panel. You should say I'm more militant than Q. You were saying everybody on the panel. Now you want to sit up here when you getting checked for what the fuck you doing. Now you want to sit up here and play victim. Don't do that narcissistic shit over here, side. That shit don't fly. That shit don't fly. I was quiet for a long time listening to your coonery. Listen, you coon your ass off. You want to motherfucking cook? Let's cook, side. You coon ass nigga. Where'd you go? Oh, that's right. Get the fuck out
Agrees in
of here. Because I'm about to get on your coon ass. Don't get up on here blaming the black community for fuck shit you're responsible for. Are you fucking shitting me? Talking about you got this motherfucking university. A university of pseudos. A university of fucking pseudos. Teaching garbage. Teaching garbage. Nonsense. Nothing political. Nothing socially motivating. Nothing. Just a bunch of feel-goodery. Charlatans. Hustlers. Scammers. Pedophiles. Don't get up on here acting like you're more important than anybody. You're nothing. You're a joke. You're a goddamn John King of fucking pseudos. Now get your ass back over your fucking channel. Set up another bullshit debate for fucking charge everybody for it so you can replay it 2 weeks later and charge them again. Get your ass out of here, Grifter. Now you want to talk shit? Let's cook. I was sitting here for the all.
I agree, Verbal. It wasn't embarrassing to watch. It was hilarious to me the way that he was deflecting and acting like he ran everything and he was the start of this shit. Like, you would have thought he was like Marcus Garvey or something. You know what I mean? Like, somebody that did something then other than, you know, standing on a street corner hawking basically stolen merchandise. That's what he was. Now, shout out to Ben for what he was doing. He was actually selling merchandise, but like fucking Saneter was just stealing from the real elders and, you know, profiting off of it. It's sad, you know, but Enki's the problem. Remember, y'all, Enki. And I'm not trying to, you know, come up here and cape for Enki. Enki don't need that. But I just had something to say about this whole thing. You feel what I'm saying?
The entire time, listen to take shots at the panel, listen to take shots at Q. And we started this stream banging on Inky. He came up on here making it all about him, and motherfucking they turned himself into a victim and made sure everybody attacked him. Nobody on the panel attacked him. Everybody was clapping on Inky. He made this shit. Yo, I'm sick of these narcissists on here. It's disgusting. You motherfuckers sit up here, take shots, and then turn around and cry foul. Are you shitting me? Stop it. You ain't no fucking victim, dog.
Now, I've been in Chicago. I'm here in the Chicago area. And don't nobody in here in Chicago know or fuck with Saneter. Anybody in Chicago, you tell me.
Motherfuckers know you. You a goddamn YouTube personality. What the fuck is you talking about? You ain't did shit. Sold bootleg DVDs. Set up pseudo-ass debate. Show me something tangible you laid down. Nothing. And you gonna try shit on Q school? The fuck out. I got a university. What? Having a goddamn YouTube channel talking about some fucking university and having all that pseudo-ass, fake-ass fucking information that shit ain't about nothing. Who the fuck are you teaching? A bunch of low IQ idiots who we gotta debunk every motherfucking night. That's who the fuck you teaching. You're teaching them horrible. Because every time they get outside of school, they get cooked. Teach them better so they can come over here with better information. You're teaching them horribly. Your graduation rate sucks at your university. Change your curriculum. Oh, sit up here, get on the panel, start turning up on us. He crazy as fuck.
He about to lose you accreditation.
You know motherfucking ass kisses over here, dog. You get cooked, son.
Hey, Q, I was going to ask you, what say you now? Because I know you.
Shout out to the people on the panel or whatever. I ain't got much to say about them because, you know, they rock with Q. So that might have been why they didn't call outside. And I don't know if they did call outside. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I do. But Q, you know, played Ring Around Rosie with this nigga several times. And, you know, until this situation came out. So I am side-eyeing him, though.
You was trying, you know what I'm saying? Like, you was trying to give Sal like a fair shot.
You know, I take professional empathy serious, so I be trying, man. You know what I mean? I fuck with Sal, so you know. I know how the older generation move and shit. So it's like for me, that don't like I said, the community. I love y'all. I love the community. I don't look at the constant community like that. I hear a lot of older people speak like that, and I don't know. I be trying to like when I talk with Sai, I be trying to guide the conversation to elevate the conversation because he's a very important person in the community.
So right now he's trying to save face, right? Q Butter is. What just happened was this whole situation, and then one of his people on his panel, Psycho, who contributes a great deal to the platform, is what I'm seeing and hearing. Has control over certain things and dropped Saneter. So Q's like, I understand why my people spoke out. That's what he's thinking. And then also, he wants to save the day with my opinion varies though from theirs, and this is why I rock with him. However, that backfires as well.
So it to me is more going by interest to get him to be able to see a bigger picture. But he, that way he could be able to make moves that, like when he came on, he said he took accountability with saying like, yeah, I help but like he's, I'm saying, like it took a while for him to say that.
No, he didn't. He acknowledged it before even Polite got arrested on the charges. That's not nothing new. And I hate when niggas act like they start shedding light on somewhere. Saneter hits their platform and they got him to say something that he ain't said before, when I could show you a few videos where that already happened. Like, stop. Just stop.
So, I just look at, he is 60, almost 60. So, but,
he's actually 61.
All this happened because of a disagreement over the conscious community, the comment about the conscious community and should it be this, that, and third. And all of a sudden it went left. And all of a sudden it turned into him attacking everybody. This is what he does. Instead of owning his responsibility for the shit that he can do better and taking constructive criticism, he goes into attack mode and starts attacking the black community. Talking about how a black man's the devil. I'm sitting here listening to all this fucking coonery, biting my tongue like a motherfucker because I know Q trying to holler at him and talk to him. And then he wants to sit up here and start talking crazy. Okay, now it's time to cook. I'm sick of this shit. First, I got to sit here and listen to all this coon ass shit. Then I got to hear you sit up here, take all these shots at me and everybody else on the panel. Now you sit up here trying to shit on the school. Fuck that. It's time to cook.
Now this motherfucker gonna say he responsible for motherfuckers having a better life?
Ooh.
That's a bold ass. Hey, to be a black man in America and make a bold ass claim like that, like, I mean, at 60, I don't really, somebody who's been involved and around the work, if that's the statement he's making, then it is what it is. We got to take him on his word.
Nah, that's why I brought up Richard Green, and I was like, Richard Green, he took it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't, like, I don't, like, I know he maybe took it as a shot. I'm like, look, I don't know you for being like, I didn't become into Pan-Africanism and black nationalism going to 125th Street.
Yeah, and I'm okay with your relationship with Q. Because just minutes prior, he was talking about how he wasn't connected to the internet crowd or that audience or that market, and it was just about New York City and 125th Street. So him trying to make it seem like, he can come to the Chi and be more popular than Louis Farrakhan? Motherfucker, are you fucking serious? The home of Fred Hampton?
Yo, like that shit is like, Sai remind me of a rapper. So like I hear shit like that in the studio. I just be looking at him like, all right, you got your money for the session? Like, you know what I'm saying? So some of this is like, whatever, be like, I don't even know what you talk about. Like.
Family, I was just trying to have a bill with Q. And then
I apologize about the quality of the audio for this. Somebody had screen recorded this to me and sent it to me because I had missed this, and so I only have a portion of it. But they recorded it with their computer speakers, playing the audio and not through headphones, so the quality is messed up.
And Q was going back and forth. He was going back and forth. Next thing you know, oh man, he's supposed to be bad. But they start jumping in it as I'm talking to Q, and I'm telling you, Q, I'm gonna give you a pass on this one. You talking about giving me a pass, nigga? No, I'm gonna give you a pass. That's what I'm gonna do. All them flunkies you got there, when this smoke clear, brother, when y'all niggas forget about that polite shit, a few years from now? Because you know y'all gonna forget about it.
We will never forget about it. We will not forget about it. Hey, True Royal family, shout out to you, Queen. I don't know what Saneter is talking about. We will not forget about it. Period. Point blank. It will not be forgotten. He will not re-enter this community without, people that stand against us on their head. And that's what Saneter thinks, though. He thinks that, Polite got charged with this shit. He'll go to prison, he'll get out, and the community will accept him back. I believe that Saneter is still talking to Polite behind the scenes as well. I don't know what's going on. This is StreamYard's doing this because my internet is on 100%. It says
When y'all niggas forget about that polite shit, a few years from now, because you know y'all gonna forget about it.
When y'all niggas forget about that polite shit, a few years from now, because you know y'all gonna forget about it. To me, man, none of these niggas have done nothing. They was praying that Polite had done something to that little girl.
Now, we've heard him say that before, but him saying it again is just sick as hell. Nobody preyed on Polite doing anything to that child. What happened was we cannot rewind back into the future and prevent it. So we just wanted him to get, the justice, the victim to get the justice that she deserved, the mother to get the justice that she deserved. We already knew that he was guilty. We wasn't wavering. You was the one that was quote unquote scared to jump out the window, and you've been through this before and all this and that. So you should have been the first one to have been like, oh, he a predator, and exposing him when it came to the victim's mother. You could have prevented this. You hold a lot of responsibility for what the fuck happened. And Nepal can try to sit over there and act like when y'all met her, her and Polite raw lovey-dovey and shit. But obviously, when Zion Lex came out and exposed that night that you guys all sat down and talked, Nepal, Polite, the victim's mother, that other woman, as well as Zion Lex, something happened because she threatened to call the police. Now, nobody will put out that video that Zion Lex claimed he recorded on his other phone, but clearly, even in that video, the mother was visibly uncomfortable. So you guys could have definitely told her. Is that what happened? Like, y'all told her, or Nepal flipped out because the plan was that Saneter was not going to say nothing to the victim's mother about it, and Nepal got a little drunk, or, we know that she be on pills and just started acting crazy and turned into Karen about the situation, which she should have. But she should have also let the mother know that this man is dangerous, because that interview happened like, excuse me, the end of October of 2020. And the event of where the victim was victimized was February 27th of 2021. So if he would have said something prior, the whole situation would have been prevented. That's why the next trial, because he has 9 counts. That was just the first one. So we got 8 more to go, and it's about to go down.
I was praying that he didn't do nothing to that little girl. See, I'm the only one out there that was hoping that he did not do nothing to that little girl. They was praying that he did do something to that little girl. Understand the science. Like, family, she's going to be the one that go through all that trauma. Not Polite. Polite don't give a damn. Who knows? She could grow up being hating men. Most of the time when stuff go down like this, they end up growing being lesbians.
So you just identified right there, sir, that you understand what victims go through and all this and that, right? I've never hated men because I was abused or whatever, right? But how a victim may feel, he just kind of spoke on that. But why not prevent it? And why still do it? Like, you're a predator too. All this showboating and shit, bro, with this fake ass outrage shit, bro, this fake ass dramatization between you and Q. I don't believe it for a minute. The first day that it went on, I was like, these niggas is bluffing. It's a distraction.
Hating men, not wanting to be around men, not trusting men. You know what I'm saying? So it was like like they was praying that Polite violated that little girl. I was on the other end saying, nah, brother, I hope he ain't do this shit to this little guy. See, that's the difference with me and them. It's a lot of...
See how he just tried to flip that shit around to make us seem like we're the fucked up people?
Fake shit on this YouTube shit, y'all.
Damn, what the fuck, StreamYards?
These niggas are fake. These niggas are disloyal. These niggas don't appreciate the work that I have put in through over the years. That's why I do it. I was over there, this girl saying, oh, he's just getting paid off of the debates and off of the consciousness and off of the knowledge. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at that. And I'm like, hold up, let me talk to this woman for a minute. Let me speak to her for a minute on some real shit. Because most of them over there say, oh, you're doing it, get money, and getting paid for it. That's what they were saying on Q-Chat. Q ain't checked them about that. So I'll check it right here. Check this out, y'all. Everybody, every nationality, every non-black people gets money, gets paid off of black culture. So I'm going to
what?
Say it again. Everybody makes money off of black culture. There's a problem with me making $1 off of our culture. Because all these niggas is doing this. All these niggas is doing this. Oh, he's just trying to make money. Y'all don't hear that. Y'all hear it all the time. Like, that's all I care about. I've been on them goddamn streets for 20 plus years, putting in hard body work. Boots on the ground, baby. As I'm out there on the street.
And all that has gotten us where? As a community. Or even in your community. Where has that gotten New York? Saneter, the fact that y'all used to yell and scream down on 125th. Where's that gotten New York at? What changed because of that? What laws got written or whatever or anything like that, right? People in New York is still going through the same thing, if not worse, than everywhere else around. But what changed in New York since you was boots on the ground, right? Boots on the ground is supposed to produce some type of change or an effort towards a change, right? Awareness or whatever. Screaming and marching around is, well, overrated to me, right? It's no solution.
Teaching. I said I need to make $1 because I ain't want to. I got a family, so I got to put food on my table. So let me start selling DVDs as I'm teaching my people. As I'm teaching my people, let me at least try to make $1. Next thing you know, it starts growing. It starts growing and getting bigger. I became the first brother to convert VHS to DVD. So I got to pat myself on the back. And they would say, you ain't accomplished shit. You ain't accomplished a damn thing. You ain't do nothing.
Well, honestly, I think that, these CD people, right? I respect those, at least to some degree. It's a hustle, whatever. But those that do it and it's a bigger, like a movie type of situation or whatever, these were lectures and information, stolen intellectual knowledge of the elders that are not here anymore, that should be respected, stolen from them as they passed away alone. Like, that's all it's about at the end of the day with him.
Instead of talking about Q Weather, is way more important than you.
Because, see, a Hollywood type of mentality production, that's getting funded on a large scale. But these elders, they needed that help. And even Saneter claiming that he got a video where he gave Dr. Ben $1,000. Great if you got it. But what else did you give him on top of that? Because you made well over 1,000 off of his name.
And Q got a school, and guess how I killed that shit? Q Weather got a school. I was like, yo, hold on. Family, I had a school for 20 plus years on the streets of Hard Knocks, right there in Harlem. There was teachers.
That shit wasn't no goddamn school. A bunch of niggas standing on the street corner yelling about how basically, they should get justice and whatever. That's why motherfuckers look at us now and laugh at us, because motherfuckers still marching and screaming for justice and shit. Why you gotta tell them that Black Lives Matter? They shouldn't already know that.
Shit going on. Everybody coming through having ciphers. From Bobby Hemmett to Phil Valentine to Red Pill Blueprint, you name it. Everybody came through the school. Dr. Ben, 20 years straight, putting in this knowledge. Why you even gotta come at me? See, that was a shot, but they didn't see it, you know? And so as they talking about the school.
Anetta, get it understood. You will never be a leader. You have no lineage. You're leaving nothing behind. You just an average nigga from New York that found a way to hustle the Black community out of money. You are a predator. You produce predators. You support predators. You're a scammer. You ugly as fuck. You look like Skeletor in the face. And your wife look like Muppet Babies from one of the Muppets in Muppet Babies. Y'all are a fucking hot ass mess over there.
I'm letting them know, yo.
On all fours in a dog cage, waiting to be served her fucking puppy chow and shit. But she a old cougar ass dog and shit. She like a dog, like you know how you have a dog for a long time or whatever, and you know that you should probably put the dog down so it don't gotta suffer. I've never done this, you know what I'm saying? I never did that because if my dog, is suffering or whatever, I'm gonna make sure that it's not, I'm gonna do it in a humane way and stuff like that. But Nepal is one of them old ass senile dogs, right? She done got her pussy blown out 100 times. Up here misdirected. Her memory's gone. I don't know, it's a lot going on there. But Saneter just cannot put her down, and it's just sad. So you got a Muppet, and it's a lot.
I've been talking to school. I've been having a school for a long time, brother. Where the hell was y'all niggas at when I was out there in the streets?
And the pot is ugly.
You fake militants talking this shit about I'm militant, I'm a revolutionary. No, you're an armchair revolutionary. You're a revolutionary on YouTube.
I also want to point something out. There's a channel called Armchair Revolutionary. And it didn't hit me until recently when he said it in this video that I honestly just believe that he is that troll account. Because nobody in my community uses that verbiage. Like, they're not finna say that. That's some old ass, Saneter time frame as a child, as a 20-year-old, fake marching around and acting like he stood for something after, being a piece of shit in his community, right? As well as, slicing niggas' noses off allegedly. And why that is so hilarious to me that I point out that he doesn't even remember if it was the nose or the ear is because neither happened. See, I believe that he put his hands on one of the chicks that he was dating, maybe Cynthia, I don't know, right? And he just has this elaborate story on what happened in real life, because if it had happened in real life, you would have remembered if it was the ear or the nose. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
See that? My history is way bigger than polite. Here's my history right here. But y'all brought me down to this level because you hate, you jealous. And I ask you, tell the people. When you first,
what does Saneter have that we would be jealous of? He's already pointed out that in his one bathroom that he has in his place, which I have several bathrooms, I have two, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta wait on another motherfucker to use the bathroom before you could use the bathroom and all that. That's sad. But in his one bathroom, his one lonely, mildewy ceiling bathroom, you didn't see no shea butter or nothing over there. You seen Caucasian products as the Black leader of the community. No, but for real, this nigga has a moldy fucking ceiling. And now I'm not on Section 8. I pay every dime of my shit. You know what I'm saying? Every dime. My rent is motherfucking $2,000 a month. So for a nigga like Saneter, I don't know what he paid specifically or whatever. I mean, I could fuck around and find out. That's why I was saying it earlier. But bruh, you definitely ain't living like somebody that's generating money off of your channel. I mean, your channel is monetized. You have views over there. You have longer type of interactions about nothing, but you are getting watch time. You're also getting super chats. But over the years, you haven't even bought your wife a home yet. Are you going to leave your children anything besides those Dr. Ben DVDs that nobody bought?
Let me tell the people, bro. Tell them how I was in real life with you. When you came to me for help, brother, I didn't know you from a hole in the wall. That's my problem. Loving black people too damn much. Giving them the benefit of the doubt. I didn't know who Q Butter was. I raised thousands of dollars for Q Butter without even knowing him. Am I lying, Q? Am I lying, Q Butter? I didn't even know you.
He definitely had Irish Spring and Dove. You ain't see nothing.
Almost introduced me
No black soap, no nothing.
to you, brother.
Sugar almost introduced me to you, brother.
Sugar almost introduced me to you, brother. And you came to me and you talked about how you trying to build this school in Brooklyn. And I was like, oh, okay, brother, that's what's up. Because that's what I'm about. I even walked with you to 116th Street to go look for these computers that you was trying to get. Digged in the
Well, why? Wait a minute. Hold the fuck up. What in the fuck is going on? Now, I've known Saneter to be a short, stubby type of man, right? And Q Buddy, he looked kind of tall, probably about like 6'1", 6'2". So you mean to tell me that this tall man and this short man walked to 160th Street or whatever he said and got computers? Where did they put the computers in their backpack? What type of shit is going on here? And why was the godfather of the conscious community walking anywhere to go get computers? I digress, you know.
pockets, gave you money, supported you, made sure that you could get this money. People joined your movement because of Saneter TV, you know.
And did you end up supporting him financially because it was children involved and that would place you around in a scenario into which if you wanted to molest a child, you may get the opportunity to or groom one and then, wait. You know how predators do, child. Why is it so important that this man have something to do with this school? Allegedly, this alleged school that I'm hearing, and this is just what I'm hearing. No disrespect to Q if that's what's going on. Look, I support people that try to add a solution to the community. But Q, you got to understand why certain people may have some thoughts on this situation because the climate in the conscious community is there's a lot going on into which like for you to be introducing this aspect of you want Saneter to participate in your school, there's a problem there when we already have the NICKY Chanel allegations. He has not handled the Shaka situation, into which that's who introduced you to Saneter, which is creepy as hell anyway, or the Polite situation. And he also lied in my face on live stream about the Sinful the Peace situation, where you had this fake conscious pimp pastor that raped a 14-year-old, pimped her, and got her pregnant, and then got caught and sent to prison for 7 years. Saneter tried to tell me that the charges were dropped and I had to come out and debunk him. So I'm just wondering what the fuck is going on, and I will be definitely interested. And this is not to make it a pain in your ass. I heard that Saneter was claiming him and that dog, that rabid dog over there in Nepal, was claiming that they were gonna start calling CPS on people and have people drug tested or whatever and whatever. But yeah, like shit, I'm not fucking playing with nobody, period, when it comes to children. But Nepal, you didn't call nobody and, ask nobody about anything when your daughter got pregnant, did you? At a young age, she was pregnant, and all this and that. Why your daughter don't know how to keep her legs closed? What happened to her? that made her have her legs open in the ability to get pregnant at a young age like that if you're such the child advocate? Now, that's not to attack your daughter, but it's just really odd that you have so much to say about how other women deal with children, but we don't know the age of your grandbaby's father, do we? Huh? Should we start looking into that? Right? Where were your motherly antennas at? And I get it. Shit like this happens, right? People get pregnant underage and all this. I was 23 when I had my first child, period. But I'm just wondering, and I got a 14-year-old, which was about the age that Nepal's child got pregnant. Then we also heard in the trial where Nepal was stating, that she basically told the people to have sex with children. Okay. It was in the thing. I'm just paraphrasing right now or whatever, but we heard that. What is this is more than a coincidence that this man has all these predatory ass people around him. Yeah, it speaks of his character. Facts.
Yes, I got it too.
And then and then as Q, if he could just, because I heard that they tried to make up and then it went south and now they beefing again or whatever. But he was ready to make friends with Saneter in order to get the videos taken down that Saneter had made about him because he put them back up. So I'm just saying, like, where does his loyalty lie at? This whole thing with Q, like, nigga, you better stand up like a motherfucking man. Because Michi may be passive aggressive about some things when it come to you, but I'm not.
When I see fake niggas lying on me, you damn right I got to using me and shit. Sometimes you get tired of that, brother. You get tired of that when people is not keeping it real with you. Amongst our crew, the realest brother that you see.
Shout out to who in the chat.
See, man, amongst the realest brother, but people seem to forget the shit that you would do. Q better kick me off. Q better kick me off the platform, right? Yeah, you say that now. Let's keep this back. Yeah, the video that
if you don't know Q Butter, this is Q Butter, right? And I had to add the water effect because they're in a sunken place, right? They're sunken. The quality of the live, it was just they're in a sunken place. What they were talking about, sunken place. So, Q jumps up there. At this point, he hasn't really went in on Saneter. He said a couple of things or whatever after Sa got off his channel, and then Saneter went on his channel and made this live. Q Butter hit the link while his live was still going on and shit like that. But let's just see what
stream that I started. Was I doing a video defending you? I don't know if you was defending me, but I know you was doing a video stinky inky. As the conversation progressed, you started to say that you don't care about the conscious community. There is no conscious community. That's not what I said, brother. You said there is no conscious community. It's just these internet niggas, and this shit isn't real. That's not that the video. Everybody can go on my channel and watch the video live. Can I explain it to you? No, you can try to nigga explain it, but you said why should I explain it? You're gonna say yes, brother. You're right. No, whatever you
he just said, watch when I explain it, you're gonna say yes. You don't know, or something like that, right? Because Saneter is so used to him nigga-splaining shit with some cockamamie ass excuse or reason for why he did something or what happened in a situation that is not correct. And a lot of people don't stand on shit. When it comes to him, they'll just, kind of cower down because they want the ability to still be on Saneter Studios and not have him attacking them.
What you said was, and that's where the contention came in. And my side was that there is a conscious community. And that was what my argument was. And you're like, no, these niggas got to don't come out that, this and that. And I'm like, I never said that either. You said I never said that about it. You said when I said it, you said the only people that stabbed you in your back were black people. Like, let me finish my whole another first and foremost, there's multiple people that run my platform. Psycho is the one that had the exchange. Hold on, let me explain that. I'm gonna say that I don't want to sound like you. I told you on the platform, I don't tell you how to run yours. I focus on my platform. I did not disrespect you. Psycho and you had the exchange. It was unfortunate. I tried to stop it. That's what happened. You know how it happens on YouTube. You and him have a contention with each other and already have a past. That's what happens with y'all too. He didn't like the shit that you were saying because it came off as if you were disrespecting me and the platform and other people. And as much as you were trying to get around it, I was ignoring those statements that you made. And those are the statements that made him respond to you. And that's where the accountability got to come in. All of this putting my name in the title, all this other shit, I didn't say nothing about what you did. What I said was, because you said you created a conscious community. And I was like, look, I did not learn Pan-Africanism from you. I did not become a Black national because of you. I did not learn about this because of you. I highlighted Richard Green in New York City. And when I brought up Richard Green, he was like, well, he got money to do this. I said, no, he did this with his own bread and he built schools and community programs for people in New York. And I said, those are the people I look up to. Those are the ones that introduced me to Pan-Africanism. I said,
yeah, and he brings up a van or something. Q brings up a van in this somewhere. I hope I didn't pass that, but I don't even know what the fuck I was.
There's no disrespect to you, but for me, how I relate work in the community is things that you build. And I said, yes, I respect the conversations and the debates, but that's not the entire embodiment of the conscious community. We were talking about the conscious.
Now, I agree with Q Butter on him pressing Sa about he ain't the creator of shit. The fuck, I don't even know what he's talking about, and he's not even a revolutionary. Nigga, you're pathetic as fuck. You're a nigga that has a drug problem that, you know, turned to knowledge and shit. It happens all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Niggas get out of prison. They have a drug problem. They try to fix it by, you know, seeking knowledge of thyself. And then they start looking at drugs again. Like, okay, I can do this. And they start scheming and scamming and doing shit that Sanet has been doing in this community for years. While they act like they've changed, but they really are using behind the scenes.
Community. And I was explaining to you, Q, that
I'm not talking about weed. I'm talking about heroin and crack.
Conscious community, what happened is the conscious community didn't start on YouTube. I said the conscious community to me, I don't know about anybody else's city. And I'm not knocking nobody else's city. I'm saying the conscious community started on 125th Street with Saneter. That's what I said. I said, that's where the conscious community started from. I said, now this stuff on YouTube, everybody becomes a conscious community. I don't know them. Well, we never broke bread with them. But in the street where the real conscious community started at, I said, that's what I was a part of. Not this shit on YouTube. They wasn't around. You wasn't around, Q. He came and I met him through Shaka. How much did I help make it raise for you, brother? Maybe like 8,000, 9,000. That's right. I just said that. I did. I created it, and that was a pushback. And that's where the pushback came back from the conversation. Then it turned into you talking about your work. You gotta look at this, brother. You gotta look at this. Because pushback came back from people that don't know what the hell I'm talking about. They wasn't there. And so when I met you, I didn't know you from nowhere. But I trusted you. And I even put up some money to help you raise money. I won't tell you what to do on your platform. I didn't yell at you. We had an exchange. You know, on my platform, there's multiple hosts. The things that you said was out of pocket for him. And on the platform, I was going to have an exchange with you differently. Throw my name in the title like this, it's whatever. I just did that as a chess move because I knew you would come in. It's whatever. I just did that as a chess move because I knew you would come in. It's whatever. I just did that as a chess move because I knew you would come in. And I knew you would come in. But Q, now all of a sudden you don't need me, brother. No, we don't need me, brother. So I need you, Q. When you came to me, I didn't look at you and say, nah, I don't know this nigga. And I even put up some money to help you raise money. How much did you, if you don't mind, how much did I help raise for you, brother? Maybe like 8,000, 9,000. And I didn't even ask for a dime. You didn't even offer me a dime. Let's keep it a buck. So I got to bring it on BTX. I see you, having them niggas come in your chat and bring it up on TV. What you think? Saneter, what did you say today, Saneter, on the platform? When you first came on about the light, I said a lot of things. What did I say? You said that you take accountability for giving him a platform, right? And also, but you wasn't there for that, but you said you take accountability for him getting your platform and looking help with that part. That's what Nietzsche wanted to hear you say. That's what people wanted to hear you say. It took a while that these niggas see what I'm saying, man. You acting like they got, bro. What I'm saying is when y'all say that, you making it look like they somebody to me. We are somebody niggas to me. You see about to go off. About to go off again. No side, I'm gonna go off like that. Because when you bring them fucking niggas up to me, what the fuck about them? Them niggas throw me under the bus quick as a motherfucker. Who the fuck are them for me to prove anything to? Fuck me, GX, nigga. Fuck me, GX. That's your girl, not mine. That bitch fucking lied on me. She threw me under the goddamn bus. My daughter gotta look at that shit when she run her fucking mouth. Hearing all that dumb shit coming out of her fucking mouth. Fuck that bitch. She been in my fucking house, Q. She ate my goddamn food in the fucking kitchen. You forgot? That bitch could have fucking called me and told me, yeah, brother, son, you know, what's going on? She didn't do it. You know what she did? She went on a goddamn video and said, let me get some goddamn views. Let me get some hits. I'm not gonna talk sweet to these motherfuckers. She dead to me, brother. That's your bitch, not mine. I don't need to prove a motherfucking thing to that bitch. And nothing to all these other niggas that try to throw me down and go at me. Fuck them. That's what y'all, that's like the fifth time I was muted. Off this interview thing, yo, like, so when you wasn't muted.
So Q just said he was muted. Watch this.
No, I definitely see the result.
Damn, see? Stop playing with my shit, Ty. Bitch ass nigga. No, I'm just playing.
Do you understand me, Q? She had my number, brother. She could have easily called me and told me. You just went off again. Can I respond? Yeah. Like, you know that the approach side that I.
So he just said that he didn't mute Q. I think he did though.
I tell people you be going on rants and these whole things. I'm like, yo, bro, it's about taking a cognitive step back and looking at the situation. How come you ain't say that when she was going off on me, Q? I said it was right. And I did say that the same thing going on. See, as soon as I say anything that is around accountability, you gotta move back from that stage. Like, we all gotta be comfortable with accountability. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. And when we dance around it, and so Saneter to the world, it looked like you were dancing around it. And I help people understand that. So you might not put my name in it, but you forgot when Cynthia G and them was coming at you and I was on that platform defending. And then you cursed me out and I'm like, yo, bro, I'm just trying to make people understand the story. So you want me to take a position where I'm jumping out the window? I jumped out the window for you before Saneter. When I first met you, the first interview, second interview you asked me was my introduction to Polite. And I didn't even know who he was. And he was like, what you think about this dude named Polite? I'm like, I don't know who that is. He's like, yo, he said fuck Brooklyn. That's when you was beefing with Polite. Then you introduced me to Young Pharaoh, and I jumped out the window for both of these situations. I don't jump out the window no more in these situations. I take a very unbiased position because I respect you. But I want people to understand the conversation. So if you don't think people like you can open your eyes like that side, but that in the day, like I just did a video and highlighting Inky, just like talking about you. Or the whole situation, I was the one saying, Saneter.
Why do niggas need to come out and, cape for Saneter though? I thought he was a grown ass man with a big ass, dumb ass following. That was so, like what?
Is not responsible for a Polite situation. I said that from the time out. I said, with Saneter, what people want to hear is Saneter take accountability for whatever actions or participation he might have had from his platform. I've said that to you every time. If you respect me and I was your brother, you wouldn't have no videos up on your channel with nobody up there talking about me in a crazy way with me not being there to defend myself. Guess what I'm going to do after this video is over?
But what's crazy is you talk about other people, Saneter, and then when they respond, they hating or they clout chasing or this, that, and the other. But you walk around here and you stir up all this beef in the community. Because you created this by hitting this panel. It could have been just Q butter, whatever in the fuck. Getting corrected about the book situation or whatever. But thank you for pointing out that you guys are hypocrites at the same time about being mad about the book when you got this nigga over here capitalizing off of the community, using it, allowing other people to scam it. He's scamming it, all type of fucked up shit going on. And then thank you for him speaking out and talking about how he wants Saneter to be involved in the school to some degree.
And my people will tell you, I take this
around the children and shit. He called Saneter and asked him to film some shit of the kids or whatever, and Saneter sent Reggie. He gonna talk about it.
shit down. I don't leave it up, Q. I just put it up so I can get my vent out and then go to bed peacefully and sleep good. That's the only way. I don't keep this shit up. I just put it up and I take this shit down as soon as I'm finished. But as soon as I finish with this right here, I'm taking this down off my channel. I don't get views. I don't want views off of this.
And it's still up.
Type of work.
Like he took it down, but then he put it back up.
Like to come in and, you know, vent my shit out to my people. And then after that, take it down. I got it out my heart.
Oh, what you like to do is you like to go live and lie on people and then take it down because you're a coward and you think that's going to save you from being sued. But if I want the live, I can get it. Period. We've already went through this. I had to show Clyde Diva that shit. You feel me? So we gonna get the live, period. But you slandered several people. But when they speak facts about you, you can't handle it because you're a bitch.
Sometimes when you hold it all in, you end up blowing off on your wife, blowing off on your children, blowing off on people around you because you're so mad. So I come on here to vent and then let it out and then wipe my hands with it and it's done. You know?
So he just admitted that YouTube makes him so upset to the point to where he would misdirect his energy or anger towards somebody in the community. He would take it out on his children and his family. He just said that.
You know, you have a fight in the street
and his wife.
And you get up and y'all shake hands and
his dog in the cage.
And move forward. That's the way this is to me. So I don't have no problem with you. But we didn't have a fight. We didn't have a fight. Like what you take as me taking shots is just accountability. It's just stating like, no, these are things that could have been done different. There have been people that have sold all types of frivolous things on your platform.
Facts. Then he sent the butler, right? So the butler, Reggie, he goes and he takes videotapes it or whatever. I don't know why Q couldn't have done that himself or had people do that himself. But anyway, and then brings it back to Saneter. Q asked for it to be played, and Reggie said, nah, he got to pay Saneter to play it. But I thought y'all cared about kids, though.
Platform, there's people that have sold all types of things, and yes, it may not have been you.
I think that if Q Butter's school is really in his house, I think that's fucking inappropriate, and I think it's sus, okay? Now, if done the right way, I would stand behind somebody that was, not a predator and, had an actual building. But my issue is, why in the fuck is it your house?
I showed you that 6 years ago when I was beefing with Garfield. I was beefing with multiple people on the platform. Like, look, you're necessarily a slight against others about that. Like people that I felt like were doing things at the time that were hindering the community. That might have been considered illegal in certain ways. That was against what we consider to be conscious community. You wanted to beat Garfield ass Q, and I told you, I said, please, God. Q, now the point was, I said, I leave him, man. Don't do it, brother. The point was, you said something about your mother. And I see, I know I learned. And did not come through to protect this nigga. And I said, yo, Q, please don't. We're not leaving it up. That's right. But it's not about golf. We're not making it about golf. Right. I'm just saying, I'm showing you the type of brother that I am, bro. No, but that's the whole point. You don't have to get me to verify your resume. And that's what you were doing on the platform. You was like, yo, Q, did not do this to you? I'm like, yo, bro, like at the end of the day, we do stuff for the community.
Now, he just talked about what I had brought up earlier about Saneter just feeling like, Q Butter was going to give him this honorable, whole spiel about who Saneter was and his reputation and all this and that. And when it didn't happen, how he felt. But even the way that Q Butter just addressed it is some passive aggressive type of shit. Like, and then the funny thing is when they got into it, he all type of pedophiles now. Now everything we say is valid.
You see what I mean? The same way that how many times I called you and asked you about your credit. When you was getting credit, I can talk about how many times over your stock, I can help you get shit this. Let's help you with the van.
Help you with what van? Was it a brown van? Or what I'm hearing, it might be more kind of like maroon. What van was that? Not the Black News 102 van. That never happened. So what van? How is they going to help him with a van if there is no van? You mean raise money for the Black News 102 van? Or are you talking about the brown van, Q?
With the van at the studio, I was like, I put it on the studio. So every time I was like, I saw, I'll do your interview. Let me do a documentary.
The reason why I brought up the van, for those that don't know, is allegedly it used to go down in the brown van on 125th. Okay. And people used to have sex with minors in the brown van. Other events happened in the brown van. But I'm just interested in what color the van was. Did Q ever see a brown van?
What's crazy to me is when people say no accountability. Accountability to fucking what, Q? Explain that to me. Are you trying to make it look like when Polite came around Saneter, and you know why they doing that? Because yes, I was the only one on the video.
Please hit that like button, y'all. Shout out to everybody that has. I appreciate y'all. And I got a couple of donations. I appreciate those as well. Thank you.
With them. But when I'm videotaping Polite, especially outside, do you know how many people is around us? Red pill, blue pill, Sutek. You don't see them. I'm filming Polite, bro. You have red pill, blue pill sitting on the side. Or sometimes it's Sutek sitting on the side. But they acting like Saneter's the only one that been with this motherfucker. That's the shit that's killing me right now. That y'all don't know, Q. That's why y'all be saying shit that y'all don't know what the fuck y'all be talking about. Red pill, blue pill. They was out there with me every goddamn day. When Polite would come by and film it, Larry, Sutek, red pill, blue.
Yeah, I remember the studio money, and nothing came of that either. Nothing came about the Black News 102 van either. Yeah, that's a fact. And Sa raised money and got that money, and he just, then he ran around lately and was talking about how he needed a new computer. He raised donations for a new computer, but what y'all forgot was in 2021, if you go back to those videos where the couch was in the background, right? I can't explain it more than that, but if you look down on the ground, there's a iMac box for an Apple computer, and that computer was brand new around that time. So he just ran, and he told his people that he hadn't gotten a new computer in 10 years and all this and that, and it was totally cap. It was lies, the whole thing.
Sometimes the Moors will come back and be around. That's why you will see the Moors even having discussions with him on the video. It's just Saneter and Polite together in a fucking corner. I don't know why you telling me this. Because I'm trying to let you know.
Not the white vans.
Trying to make it look like, oh, son, that's because that's what they see on camera. No, son, this is why everybody was around to do, not just Saneter. Not take down the videos, because in the videos, you hear me explaining this. I don't explain it the way you do, though. I explain it the way I understand. I say, like, look, Star's platform, when we take accountability and speech and recognize it as a business owner that there's things that might have happened to our space that in any event we didn't want to happen. What should I take accountability for?
You know what, Q? But I said that shit to him in 2021 that he needed to be held accountable because he's running in some type of business. He was claiming he was the leader of the conscious community and all that type of shit. And he need to vet people in there and all that. Motherfuckers regurgitating what I've already said.
Tell me, not tell you if I'm right or wrong. Not letting me finish my point. No, serious, brother. On the police. I'll say, if you're right, I'll take accountability. If not, then I say no, I don't think so. But go ahead, tell me. I was in the midst of saying it. Right. As a business owner, right, and a representative of your platform, anybody who has any type of business interactions that are negative and taking accountability is saying that this person who came to my platform, who you might have helped in any way, grow in their business. This is something that you look back and say, as a business owner and representative, I'm going to do things different to make sure that we don't have someone like this come on our platform. If you want me to take responsibility for that, what program was Bill Cosby on? I'll put it in the chat. What show was Bill Cosby on, y'all? And
now watch how he tries to deflect. And the show that Bill Cosby was on did come out and make statements and also pulled down programs over that shit.
But he's been on that show for years. Do you see white people?
Hold on, yo. I don't know why. This is because of StreamYard.
Telling NBC or CBS, are you going to take responsibility for that? Do you see black people? On NBC, do you see black people trying to tear down NBC because of what Bill Cosby, quote unquote, has supposed to have done? No. Only nigga community, because that's somebody that you hate. And you
Why he always believed that the predator is, innocent.
Take down. Now I'll take all the accountability.
Thank you, Phyllis.
For blowing this man up, but I take that responsibility. Why y'all not telling me to take the responsibility for Dr. Umar? Didn't I brought him out too? Didn't I blow him up? And people calling him a scammer, but they not saying, "Sir, that's your fault, sir." I see you. Why also should I give you a pass? Because I feel.
Why did he say that like that made him look any better? You're the reason why all these niggas fucked up. Young Pharaoh too. Look at Young Pharaoh after fucking with you. He's all fucked up in the head and shit. You really don't want me to come out here and really start stating how the fuck I feel about everybody that came out of your shit, do you?
That is the conversation. If we can level the conversation up and increase the perspective that you have, Saneter, which I said when you was listening, that we can do more in the community. Yeah. So I want to ask you, Q, where are those people who's so busy against child molestation?
Ask Derek, he's bluffing. Saneter don't pay attention to shit, but always be the first to speak on something.
Let me check that. Do she think child molestation stopped because Polite is in jail? That shit is all around us, brother. In all our communities. Where they at? That's why I say these niggas are fake, bro. They fake. Show me where you at. Who you getting? Who's next on the chopping block? Because I'm quite sure, Q, if you type it in, you'll probably find somebody right in your area in Brooklyn. You'll find somebody right in Harlem right now. Where the niggas is at? Because they're supposed to be so much about or against child molestation. Them niggas want views. That's all they care about, bro. Is views.
Well, here in my community, we had just seen that a man that had violated his 9-year-old daughter was sent away to prison. Okay? This nigga, I don't know who in the fuck he talking to. I think he might have said Michi.
And tearing down.
But this is the same shit that he did to me. And even when he do it with Michi, I'ma call it out. But you never hear them call out what happens with other people. And they watch it, they know it's going on, but they're hush-hush until it's an opportune time for them.
I don't even know how to respond with you sometimes, bro. I just want to see the community elevate. That's all I'm saying. When I first said, I don't tell you what to do with your platform.
Saying I just want to see the community elevate is basically like grabbing Saneter's hand and singing fucking Kumbaya, my lord. Running through the motherfucking streets of New York while you skip to Kumbaya, my lord. This nigga is poison to the community, and several people that he promotes is too. Why are we allowing this? This shit is ridiculous.
In your statement, you asked me, then you told me, right? I can tell you what to do with your platform. I'm using my platform how I use my platform. Remember, Mitchell is the big homie for the movement. So you're saying because I'm on YouTube, I'm not your elder? No, you're not my elder. So you sound that. It's all right, though. You're right. I'm not your elder, brother. You're right. I'm sorry. I can agree with you on that. I'm not like your elder, brother.
Did Saneter really think that motherfuckers respected him as an elder? Nigga, you're like that fucking drunk ass uncle that randomly says shit. And, there was this one man that I know of, right? And what he used to do is he lived in a small town of white people. He used to go to the club, get drunk with the white people, and then bring them back to his apartment to watch Roots while he talked shit about them all night. And they were so scared to leave type of shit. It was very odd. But that's what Saneter reminds me of.
Like, you older than me, but you're not like, I don't know, like, son, I don't see you like size of cool old head. Like, you're not even that old, bro. Like, I'm not your elder. Don't worry about it. Are you somebody's elder? Do you see yourself beside your kids? Are you somebody's elder son? Hell yeah.
And one more thing, Saneter, you ain't make every motherfucking body. I've been on your platform one time.
All right, now we back on Q's channel.
All these fucking years, and that was the school you motherfuckers on Muhammad Ali after he died. I ain't never requested y'all to showcase my platform in no kind of way. I never begged you for an interview. Damn sure wasn't gonna pay for it. I'm glad he blasted your motherfucking ass about you trying to charge him to go up to the goddamn science fair to film that shit. Mr. I'm all for the community. Mr. I'm all for the kids. Mr. How dare you say I'm only here for the money when you always telling and showing everybody you only here for fucking money? You grifter, charging motherfuckers to film the kids, to showcase the kids, coon ass nigga.
Yo, who the hell is Saneter's elder? I want to know.
All right, so now Q has just returned back to the platform after being on Saneter shit.
Who is Saneter an elder of, man? He just sat up and said, fuck the community, man. Fuck, this is what y'all want is the elder? Somebody that tells you fuck y'all every day?
The HOK stands for the House of Coon. How about that, nigga? Silly ass nonsense. You want to make this shit about you? You want to make this about you, dog? It'll be about you. Yep. We came on here to cook Inky. Now we cooking your ass.
And oh, how the tables turn.
See how this works?
Yo, Reggie over there. Oh, I'm about to go for Super Flame. Reggie over there talking about. Hold on, Reggie came and filmed the event.
Just to show you how motherfuckers be getting down when they get around other people, Q. I don't know if you see that or not.
Yeah, blow it up. I saw it.
Yeah, real rap. That's what I was saying. That nigga real rap.
You see this shit, Q?
You see it?
Yo, Reggie talking about he filmed it for free. Reggie filmed it. Then when he wanted to play it, this nigga asked me to send Saneter some bread.
Yeah.
Understand that. I had to send Saneter a bread to get Reggie to play it on that platform. Let's be real.
He said he had to send Saneter a bread to get him to play it on the platform. But why is he even, and that's why I think that they're ignoring what we're doing over here and acting like they just finding out about the NICKY Chanel shit, is because if they do, it's going to look bad. And you're going to see how, now that Q is mad at Saneter, how he really feels is going to come out. But he knew that Saneter wasn't shit. But he still allowed him around his platform because he wants to go up there and, be promoted on some type of level. I get it, right? He's running a school, but you got to draw the line somewhere. This man is correlating himself with other predators, as well as, in my opinion, the NICKY Chanel situation is true. We heard from Ben. He was not fucking lying, period, point blank. We're going to move on to the next 8, offenses shortly. But Saneter, even though you came back today and you made no response about the trial, again, still you have until October 6th, 2023 to appeal my verdict. And on the 7th, we'll have trial. You can come up on the panel on the 7th. You can appeal the verdict before the 6th. And we will note that in as evidence. You get a chance to speak. But what we not finna do is run around in these YouTube streets with niggas that already have this type of shit going on and promote them and be mad that they're not around, involved in children programs. Q, you better wake the fuck up, bro.
Real, Reggie. Yo, you got to take care of Saneter on the platform. Let's be real. Shaka is the reason why the money got raised on the platform.
Shaka is the reason why the money got raised on the platform.
Shaka is the reason why the money got raised on the platform.
Shaka. What are you doing with Shaka? You got a lot of involvement here. And why would Shaka just out of the blue call you and, try to get you linked up with Saneter? It's not like he's been an active force in the school, the quote-unquote schoolhouse situation, right? Allegedly. Or has he? Has Saneter been around them children, Q Butter?
Shaka. Dope, bro. Let Shaka pick up the phone, son. What? Let Shaka pick up.
We gonna run down on that nigga if that's the case.
The phone, because Shaka's the reason why Saneter put me up there.
Let Shaka pick up the phone, because Shaka's the reason why Saneter put me up there.
And I was talking about Saneter, but you know, Q Butter too. Bro, fuck all this fake ass outrage now, nigga. The fuck? Remember when we were haters? But now you see what we talking about? Oh, okay.
Shaka pick up the phone, because Shaka's the reason why Saneter put me up there. What? You shit.
Oh, a nigga that fucked his girlfriend's daughter at the young age of, what was it, 10? Kelsey said, and I'm going off of what she said. As a survivor, I'm gonna put value in that because I seen the hurt and the pain. I know behind the scenes how she feel about it. But Shaka admitted to having sex with her, but he claimed it was underage. But him just being in her life as the stepfather role, he groomed her while doing that. If that's the ability, you know, the road you want to take. But in my opinion, the abuse started well before that.
In me, and I didn't even want to go up there. I told him I ain't fuck with him because the people that man, listen. Oh man, B, that's like you got to be shitting me. You got to be shitting me.
What? You shitting me? I ain't want to go up there. I told him I ain't fucking with him because the people that man, listen. Oh man, B, that's like you got to be shitting me.
Right?
You got to be shitting me.
What? You shit?
The Xander phone held up.
In me, and I didn't even want to go up there. I told him I ain't fuck with him because the people that man, listen. Oh man, B, that's like you got to be shitting me. You got to be shitting me. Shitting me. Who brought me in the platform? Who's in New York? Yeah, I would know anybody from Jersey and New York. Who is Saneter? Who is he? Who's the elder? True storian. Who is Saneter? Who is the Saneter elder of y'all?
You back there being the cameraman for Khalid, and now all of a sudden you some kind of super militant. Get the fuck out of here, dog. You was the cameraman. You was the cameraman, stop. You by your own admission, you was the cameraman. Don't sit up here like you was marching around with guns and shit. Like you was on the front lines, motherfucker. You was on the front lines, all right, with your back to them, everybody else filming everything.
I'm like, yo, bro, the only reason Michi ain't go at you is because I'm like, yo, sis, chill. I'm like, yo, you serious? There's a lot of people want to go. I fuck with on this side that wanted to go at Saneter. And I'm like, chill, leave it alone. Let's go at somebody else. Let's focus on polite. I've been saying that shit. Been saying like, oh, chill, Saneter ain't involved in it. Yeah, he need to take accountability. And like I told him on his platform, when you hear accountability, that shit bothers you. You got all these enablers over there. As men, we should be proud and willing to take accountability. Anytime we talk, everything we do, we should be able to take accountability for.
He was taking what happened? No, he was taking shots at the Q Butter, the platform, the panel. He was taking shots at the chat. He was up here to stuff. It went from us going in on Inky to he started seeing comments in the chat. He started going in on the chat, and then it started morphing into him taking shots at the panel, and then it turned to him taking shots at Q Butter. Then he started taking shots at the school, and he was just all this because Q Butter was challenging him on the idea that the conscious community is more than just being on, it's more than just Harlem. It's like he was like they was just challenge him on his thought processes. But of course, how dare you challenge me? How dare you? So then he starts taking shots and all this whole other shit. And then I just lost it. Like, yo, man, who the fuck you think you are, dog? Like, yo, you got motherfuckers fucked up.
Saneter, man, listen, B, this is internet jokes, man. This shit is hilarious. These dudes ain't building shit in the community. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real.
I've been looking for what he fucking built ever since he said that shit.
And he got mad that I told him that I don't need you. Yeah. Like, show me how you my elder. Show me one thing I learned from you, Saneter. Your elder. I told him, Marcus Khan, none of the people I look up to don't even touch your platforms. He got mad because I said the interviewing crackers. That's your elder over there interviewing crackers. White folks. I already said it. Come on, let's do this. I need to see a science station. I don't even care about black.
Right, and then the fact that motherfuckers ain't speaking their true feelings and shit, so motherfuckers feel some type of way, and you stopping Michi X from talking about it on your platform, or you not talking about it. Address the real shit. That passive aggressive shit, and then you work around kids. Oh, you definitely got my attention, Q Butter. The fuck? And you over here. And then the way that he was ready to fold, like, you know what I'm saying? If the videos was taken down, but both of them had an attitude and they really should have, like, on some real shit, they gonna end up working this shit out and they gonna be back cool together. This is a distraction, y'all.
quote. Reggie don't even come outside. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are y'all doing for the people this year? What are you doing for the people? That's what y'all want to wait for the debates? Cool, go ahead and wait for that, man. If you want to hear somebody tell you that fuck you all the time, I hate y'all, y'all ain't shit, and then turn around and be like, I'm not talking about you though. Yeah, enjoy that, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been holding back and letting people like, no, nah, it's not that. No, I've been, he said, yo, Q, well, you let people say something. I've been letting people hold, no, chill. Nah, he's, Saneter, no, he's just a platform. He lets everybody on there. I've been defending you for mad long. Oh, you wasn't defending me. You go ahead and run with Uncle.
Now let's call it what it was. You was ass kissing. Because you knew it was wrong and you still sat there, and that's one of the problems in the community when people don't speak up. Now y'all want to claim that you just found out about the NICKY Chanel shit. It's all good though.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody else left. I remember when you was outside and young Pharaoh wanted to run down. Yo, Q, you got my back? Because you know these niggas, brother Reggie and them, they ain't gonna do nothing. You forgot about that phone call. But we don't go outside no more on the HOK. So you ain't gotta worry about that. You know what I'm saying? But those type of things, I remember. And that's why I said, no, when you put me in the scene, you put me in the space to beef with. And I said, I don't jump out the windows more with you. That's grown man shit. You ain't want to hear that. You want somebody to jump out the window. As soon as you beef with somebody, jump out the window with me. I ain't no derelict. Fuck is you talking about? I ain't jumping out the window with you for. I said, I'm gonna be unbiased, man. Like, no, you shouldn't have did that, bro. That's just what it is. They wouldn't even be saying that if you wasn't fucking around with son. If you wasn't even around, son. If you ain't fly to California and do all these interviews with son. If you wasn't calling him to be on the, yo, son, oh, shit. Yo, let me call Polite. Yo, Polite, you know I got Zariak over here talking crazy. You should come to the thing. Like, you wasn't doing that 5 months ago. You wasn't doing that 8 months ago. Calling, yo, Polite, yo, you should come up. They talk crazy. You should get this debate. Fuck all that other shit, man. Fuck these niggas, man. It's straight like that, man. Fuck that debate shit. These niggas is weirdos. Weirdos, man. Damo, I'm sorry you got introduced to these weirdo niggas, Damo. It's not your fault. But I'm gonna be real with you, bro. These niggas is nobody in real life, man. These niggas is liars. Saneter is a fucking liar. Now I'm gonna turn up. You're a fucking liar. Everything this man's putting out there is a liar. It don't affect me though, because I don't live my life off of lies. Now, if you want to follow a 60-year-old nigga who can't show you nothing in life, that's for you. I'm not associated with weirdos like that. No. I felt bad for you because in New York, most old 60-year-old niggas, black men, didn't really accomplish a lot, man. That's from that part of Harlem. So him talking about the energy and all that good stuff, I respect seeing, hoping to see him go in life. That's all he say, yeah, I'm happy where you at in life. But let's be real. That niggas ain't doing shit for the community. They don't come with a check. I came back over there. I don't need to go over there at all. The conversation been weird. Y'all niggas be doing interviews with pedophiles. Niggas that worship pedophiles. Niggas who big homies was pedophiles.
Ooh, really? And at what point, Q, did you find out about this? Today? The day you made this video? Yesterday, a week ago, a month ago, 2 years ago, 2016, when the Baby York accusations came out, or 2018, whatever it was? What's really going on?
I thought you was a jail nigga, Saneter, but you running around with a nigga talking about I only do interviews. But this nigga was passed the torch by the New York City's biggest pedophile in the conscious community. We play like it's cool. That's my fault. Let me take accountability. I've been playing like it's cool because I'm tired of the smoke. But I live, this is where I'm from. He ain't doing nothing in Harlem. Not one brick built in Harlem by the hell to consciousness. That shit was in front of an abandoned.
And if you knew that, all that whole statement that you made about pedophiles, why would you want him to be involved with what should be your baby, this school, right? That is a great accomplishment, right? I'm not fond of the idea of it being in your house, but, as long as you're not a predator too. But I'm just saying, like, who would be quiet about that? And it was brought to my attention that Q Butter has children of his own. So again, why would he allow that around and be quiet about how he really feels about it? For what to gain though? Like, I'd rather do this shit on my own and not have this predator's help than, especially when I know that what I'm doing involves children, beg basically for their support and approval.
Fucking store. And once the store got bought, it's the end of filming on that block. Let's be real.
Q basically just said that the reason why Saneter is not on 125th no more is because Saneter, that where he was standing at was, you know, is a vacant building right there and he can't be there, basically. You know what I'm saying? So Saneter ain't even working in the streets. It's not just because he had caught COVID allegedly and all this and that. The nigga was still going live like a motherfucker. How you have COVID and people like child stop
doing shit with these weirdos, man. The history gonna go back and show you what it's about. You got a bunch of niggas sitting in their basements sucking your dick right now, ain't doing shit in life. Fuck is you talking about? Yeah, I use your platform to raise $9,000 for kids, and I would rob one of y'all niggas for the same amount of money. I don't like
talking
like that no more. But y'all get used to these niggas that want to sit up and do nothing but debating all day long.
Oh, and also let me mention, it's also alleged that there's some YouTubers and some supporters in the streets that their children go to this school that Q Butter has, which is definitely also suspect and scary.
The reason why these niggas shoot you on your back is because you made a platform off of disrespecting Israelites. Israelites wasn't bothering nobody. You went over there and started bothering them with that pussy ass nigga Polite. Let's be real. Who in the chat got memories with this motherfucker with Khalid Muhammad? Show it to me. You got a panel of niggas that don't do shit. I'm good in every nigga hood on your panel. Most of the niggas ain't good in their own fucking hood. Syx is popping in Harlem. No HOK. Real establishment. Umar Johnson's a fucking...
This is a principal of a school and a teacher. And this, I guess he lives in the same building as the school. It's a house type of situation. Ooh, man.
Retard. Tariq Nasheed is a fucking grifter. These niggas ain't gonna build nothing. You ain't no fucking elder. Elder where? That's what you are. Elderwear. Underwear. Because you under somewhere you ain't built shit. It's under some rock somewhere in the back of Harlem. What is Reggie built? What is Unc built? Conscious community don't got shit to show. Shit. Because niggas got led by niggas who take no accountability, who don't want to do nothing. Nothing but talk. Let's be real. Let's be real. What fucked up the event? Was that bitch that Saneter was fucking? That niggas go ahead.
That's a fact, who said all this fire for Sa, but still was willing to be cool again if Sa took the videos down. That's a fact.
Be around that shit. Enjoy being around no working ass niggas who sit.
That's how you know that this is cap, because in the over 2 years since I've called out Saneter, I have never talked on the phone to him. Whenever he hit my panel, it was on live and we talked about it. Of course, he hasn't hit my panel in at least like over a year and a half. So it really, you know what I'm saying? But nah, I never was cool with him again. I never let up on him. Brother Polite and Saneter go hand in hand to me. And I was saying that. And a lot of my, supporters and the royal family, as well as people that I work with and support out here in these YouTube streets, stated it as well. But y'all called us haters. And now you're saying everything that we've already said. Interesting.
In they motherfucking mother's basement. I don't fuck with dick riders. No, don't need them. Got the community looking all fucking weird and shit. Supposed to be the conscious community right in his sack. That niggas got used to these weirdo niggas. Saneter ain't doing nothing for them projects that he's in. What's the last reading program you got in one of the community centers in the projects you live in, nigga? You got the nerve to talk about these niggas. I don't give a fuck about none of the niggas wrote that book. Forgive me, I don't know.
He just said, I don't give a fuck about none of these niggas that wrote the book. Bruh, before you speak, please investigate what you're talking about. See, y'all sit up here and play like you act like you care about the community. But even offline, I'm active when it comes to the welfare of children. As well as on this motherfucker, I came here fighting molestation, making it all this shit aware. Like, nigga, what the fuck? Y'all niggas is a joke, bro, for real.
Who Dr. Bennett's? I don't know none of these niggas. Who the fuck is buying the debates? Who's paying for these debates? Elder, what are you putting me on with? You gonna get mad because you're not an elder. We gotta start telling these elders like that. What have you done to become an elder? None of you niggas is elder.
Oh, it was that part. What have you done to be an elder? My son came in the room at that part, and he said repeated what he said. Like,
Get your fucking life together before you want to tell me about being an elder. What's your credit score, nigga? Fuck the conscious community. And y'all want to wonder what Q is upset about? This shit ain't got nothing to do with polite. Oh, nah, I've been doing shit for niggas for 20 years. I built the school, too. Where? When? Because when I met you running around trying to give interviews with Loaded Lux, with Shootech. When? I wear my shit in the skin. Yeah, it's a struggle building an institute. Yeah, I went on y'all platforms to raise money to build a school in the middle of Brownsville. I'll do it again. Yes. Well, I did work too. I didn't know 20 years ago. What are you talking about? Y'all sound like Al Bundy ass niggas, man. I got 4 touchdowns in high school, man. I used to walk around with Khalid Muhammad in 1999. Reggie talking about I did engineering. I went to school in engineering in 1988. When I met you, you was 1 year.
Hey, why does credit keep coming up? And again, all this pent up hostility, you could have been just real as hell and spoke out of your mouth about how you feel instead of kissing this nigga's ass.
Get out of being a new Wabian. What are y'all talking about? Let's be real.
I love Phyllis. A mess, I say.
You don't care about the community. Let's niggas is paying for debate. I hope Garfield keep doing free. I hope Garfield keep doing free debates. I really want to understand. Like, somebody, please make me understand. What would I be hating on this man for? What do I need from you? My camera's better than yours. You don't even know how to use Final Cut? Yo, bro, elder, please tell me what I need this for. What am I jealous and what I need from y'all, man?
So Q was about to say that Saneter don't even know how to use Final Cut Pro.
Then
it's the editing software. I told y'all, Saneter
Yo, Q, you had 3 years to go get polite in California. In these last 3 years, Unc, I've been focused on building. In these last 3 years, you've been focused on sitting on Saneter's lap. Let's just make this a scientific community competition. Who's gonna build more in the community for black folk? My bad, Unc, you don't even care about black folk. You for everybody. Q does not have enough money to operate. He struggles. Yes. He could be doing a better job with his institute. Yes. I can wear it. You see accountability? I want to take account because I need to get better. The new older generation, y'all don't like that word accountability, man. Y'all grew up with dudes that was making music while they was raping women. Let's be real. Y'all dudes grew up listening to Ike Turner.
I guess he's like 45. I mean, I don't know how old he is, but child, he was listening to R. Kelly and shit like that. But I just felt some type of way about the whole situation. So if he in the building, he could hit the link. Or whoever. Shout out to people in here and stuff like that. But yeah, I just feel it's some crazy ass shit going on. And niggas is acting like they've been standing on this type of situation when it comes to these children. Like they really care. And that ain't what it is. I've been on it. Y'all regurgitating a lot of shit that we've already fucking said over here. Whereas at the same time, you was just saying that we was clout chasing. Like we needed some clout off this nigga name. Like, who is he supposed to be? What is he really doing? You feel what I'm saying? Then the fact that Q got this school, he wants Saneter involved in all that. Saneter is not a good dude, but Q knows that. See, when he spoke out, he said what he felt. So it's just weird how people play these games. They want to throw around the word predator. Soon as they get mad at somebody, they call them a predator. But in this case with Saneter, that's not what happened. I walked away from Saneter, and I left it alone. Then the information came out about Polite. I weighed in. I said how I felt about it, and he didn't like it, and that's what it is. This is all about accountability. I ain't fall out to him about nothing petty. If I wanted to still go up on HOK at that time back then, I could have still did it. But I only went on there once, and that was because Saneter begged me, and he said that we're going to talk about molestation. Saneter did not build in it at all, and I still got that video, too. I could edit it and drop it, and the reason why I would edit it is because Saneter, definitely going to try to flag because it's his video, and it's going to prove a lot of shit. Saneter knows that I've been standing against, these predators in the community that violate children. You know what I'm saying? And he even stated that. I got the clip. You see it in the trial and shit. It is what it is. Fuck Saneter. But Q Butter, if you think you just gonna be prancing around in the street with this nigga and allowing them to be around any type of children, that's crazy. Period. That's definitely not gonna happen. And then I know y'all allegedly beefing right now. Let's say that the beef is real, right? Um, y'all the type to beef, like it's already been stated. And then, y'all back cool again if people delete videos and all that. We ain't finna do that either. Yeah, he defended Dr. York. You talking about Q Butter or Saneter? Because I know Saneter did, but if Q Butter did, that's some sick ass shit. See, we got a problem here. And I feel like, I don't know, it's just like also I think Phyllis had said my intuition, right? And I'm intuitive, not to like brag or nothing like that. Sometimes I wish I could turn it off, but my discernment is always on point. So when I said August 30th that I thought that Saneter was running a pedophile ring, it's already come out to kind of be true. In a way, we've uncovered several predators, so not kinda, it has became true. So I'm telling you that something is bothering me about this situation, because if it would have just been Saneter and Q was arguing or whatever, I would have probably left it alone. But the fact that there's a school involved and children are allegedly learning inside of Q's home, into which they learn downstairs, but he lives and sleeps upstairs, we got a problem with that because of the climate that we're in. We're already exposing pedophilia, pedophilic behavior, these predators that Saneter brought to the community. One way or another, they need to get the fuck out. Period. I'm not doing it. So it is what it is. Anyway, if anybody wants to hit the link, you definitely can. I'm not gonna be quiet and just allow shit to go on, And then, like I said, Saneter hit Q Butter's platform yesterday, and they argued and bickered. But at one point, Q Butter was ready to just make up and kiss and make up with the nigga, and if he would take down the videos, and that's not cool either. Like, period. Why are you so? I guess it does, slander the school allegedly, but if this nigga is like teaching children out of, the downstairs of his house, that's sus. Like, get a building. I'm not against the idea of people in the community getting schools, but we need to make sure that they're not predators and introducing them around children. Like, what are we fucking doing here? You know what I'm saying? The shit is wild. But I don't know. That's kind of just how I was feeling and shit. Niggas want to come out and act like they're new to the community. Q brother, Butter, you definitely said that shit. You tried to act like you was new to the community. You really didn't know what the fuck was going on and all that shit. That shit's cap. You've been around. You know what's going on in this community with these predators and shit like that. And for whatever reason, you rode with Saneter. You even said in there that Saneter basically wanted you to argue and fight with the people that were calling him out. I'm pretty sure that somebody on my team, if not myself, was, one that came up in conversation or whatever. But it's just the fake outrage between you and Michi X at this point. The same statements that were made about Michi X, about Saneter trying to put a sexual claim. Some of the details may vary, but several women experienced that by Saneter, and neither one of y'all said shit. But when it happened to Michi, then, oh, okay, let's care now, right? What about when he attacked other victims and shit like that in the community? You didn't say shit. When he said, I don't think they were molested, or he attacked our families and shit, y'all sat back and watched the video, right? Y'all watched the dragon, right? While he lied on people's family members. Like in my case, he tried to make up a whole family and just put that on me. Like, what the fuck? Then in other people's cases, he lied on the, Uncle Suge, called him a sexual predator and all that. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's given like when you call Saneter out, he's not responsible for what he does, but anybody else who calls him out that he wants to call out is responsible. And that's just cap. Saneter went against several victims in the situation, and he allowed it. He protected predators. It's the time is up. It's done. It's over with. We not finna do this shit no more. Saneter, like, period, point blank. And any nigga that want to get it next, they can keep talking, run your mouth or whatever, or don't stand on business, because Q, I guarantee there's a list of other people we gonna be looking at too at some point. But Q, it's very sus that you work around children and you're tripping about this nigga being involved or whatever. Why would you want your shit to be correlated with this man? Okay. Now, I'm just saying, period. Something ain't right about the situation, and I'm not finna let it go. Even if I come in here with part 2 of this, because there's more to it. I also want to play where you tried to bitch up and was like, fuck it, yeah. I'll we could be cool if you take down the videos. And you was at first trying to threaten to sue him, but in reality, you really wanted to just be friends with the nigga. You wanted the beef to go away. Y'all niggas is bitches and fucking hoes. And I don't know what the fuck going on with Michi, why the fuck she would sleep with Tommy Sotomayor. That's odd as hell. But to act like you haven't seen other people going through shit with Saneter that now you're going through, and now you're so fucking pissed off that, you're up for hours talking to motherfuckers about the same shit that we've already been pointed out. But when we said it initially and up to today, we were haters. But now, oh, we got a point. Now you see the other side, right? Okay. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because it is what it is. And I just wanted to state how I felt about the situation, about what went on. I think it's sad and pathetic that motherfuckers sit around and try to avoid any type of speaking their real feelings because they want to avoid an altercation with a motherfucker that's already not shit and already has several people going at them because they're not shit. Like, pay attention, listen, don't just turn on an edit or turn on one of my live streams and not hear me the fuck out at least one fucking time. Listen, pay attention. You'll see what the fuck I'm saying. Several people have come over to me or reached out to me, you know what I'm saying, in email or in my chat or in comments or whatever, and said, at first I thought that you were just hating on Saneter because that's what he said. But now, like, thank you. I'm glad I found your channel and this, that, and the other. And shout out to the positive, information that came about far as the trial, how people felt about it. Again, my king is snoring. Again, it's not my intention to have had it be late, but there was a lot of positive, you know, energy there, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? It was done for to make it give it a court like appearance because like we're in the community and you always hear people say the community ain't doing shit and all this and that, you know, or whatever. They don't think you should bring it to the police. Well, we dealing with this in the streets. Statutes of limitations would be up in the NICKY Chanel situation, possibly. So that would prevent her from pressing charges, but we can hear it out in the street. And I found him guilty, period. And that's what it is. But yeah, that's not like lightweight. Just we put care behind what we do. I try to. Anything with my name on it, it ain't finna be no half-ass shit if I can prevent it. Okay. But much love, Royal Family. I do appreciate all of you guys, period. For those that don't like me or whatever, thank you for hearing me out because even if you don't like what I said, you still heard what I said. And that was the point. Hopefully. Hopefully you don't come half cocked and then I'll have to eat the you next. But with that said, Royal Family, I'm on it. I got a couple of things that I'm trying to work on behind the scene or really trying to yeah, I got some shit or whatever. It's kind of at the baby stages, but we gonna present that as well as, there's 8 more parts of the trial. So each accusation will have its own trial. They will not be the same every time. The community will get to vote in. But the NICKY Chanel shit, I took personal, and it was an event that, concerned the people that were present. Me, um, Ben, and Inky. And, Saneter, we already heard from him. He already spoke about how he feel about NICKY Chanel. But he can hit the link too. It don't have to be that I just cuss you out, but I will make a fucking fool out of your ass, nigga. Control your dog. Put that bitch on the leash. Make sure she gets, her rabies medicine, because we don't want her to fly off the handle and start hitting panels and, get ran over by a car or anything like that. That would be unfortunate. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Much love. I'll be back at y'all. I'm going to rest for a couple of days because all of this is really draining. So don't think that like motherfuckers just doing this shit for clout and shit like that. I think about this or this process throughout the day several times. And if it was for clout, it wouldn't nobody be doing all that. You would just do it and be done and move on with your life to the next shit. Like this shit is not a joke in the game. Period. Yeah, flea spray, all that. She need a bath. Get that bitch trimmed down at the vet. I'm just saying, get her nails clipped or something. Like, buy that bitch a new wig. She came in here with this orange braided wig. The wig was so fluffy and big. Child, it was sad, 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 sad. But anyway, I'm finna get up out of here, y'all. Much love. I'll be back in like 2 days. It's on Wednesday, Monday. But it's now Tuesday. But so I'll probably be back like Wednesday or Thursday or whatever. Y'all, I just got to recoup and, spend time with the family and stuff like that. And then also, edit and stuff. And I did upgrade my editing software. So, I'm fucking around with shit. I jumped on it yesterday. I gave it a test run yesterday. And I learned so fucking quick. I never went to film school or nothing. But I learned so motherfucking quick. I popped in there and girl, what? I was like, oh, I wish this was like, I just grabbed anything and just started editing and doing, some new shit. And that shit was lit though. That shit was lit. But it wasn't like really directed towards anything. It was just a test run. But I'm gonna play around and enjoy this new software I got. Much love, y'all. Stay you, stay royal, stay uncompromisable. Please stay woke because you will see me or hear me in an edit or a live stream. Much love. If you're new to the channel, shout out to you. Please, subscribe, hit that bell so you can be notified when I go live or when I drop something. I will see you guys soon, y'all. On the way out, we're going to listen to Rocky Bad, Thank Me. Peace. Crazy on the beats, Rich. Hold on, y'all. It's acting crazy.
You the store run, man. You don't drill, niggas. Niggas get a couple friends, now they kill niggas. You bitches be so out of pocket. No, I ain't rich, but if I got it, then I got it. You a poor shit, so that failure not an option. Little bitch, they get.
This shit tweaking. And my internet is straight, y'all.
She ain't never with the block. You niggas be so in a way. If I want a nigga touch, which I never had to say. Hit a nigga crush that he ain't even know was gay. Ask me why I'm in the hood, cause I can pull up any day. You bitches switched up so quick. If she tell you I ain't shit, she a lying ass bitch. Wanna click up with an op and watch them suck each other dick. Wasn't bopping on that shit cause you really just be on dick. Look, y'all gonna have to thank me for these rap bitches. Rap beef, they don't pull up where I'm at, bitches. Scrap me, we gon' leave them where they at, bitches. Track me, had them bitches running back, bitches. You niggas ain't real, y'all like. I'm making niggas mad to the point they wanna fight. You a grown ass man, but you telling me it's on sight. I'm telling niggas I ain't telling these niggas twice, look. Y'all gonna have to thank me for these real niggas. Let the mother hoes be stupid, I don't feel niggas. You the store run, man, you don't drill niggas. Niggas get a couple friends, now they kill niggas. I want all the money in the world. You seen a couple niggas and I'm still their favorite girl. This rap shit show me I don't need a bunch of girls, but this rap shit show me I don't see a bunch of girls. You won't do shit, you basic. Fuck who, flex what, bitch I take it. Rap shit show me ain't no telling who will make it, but this rap shit show me how I came up from a basement, nigga. Y'all gonna have to thank me for them summer plans. Bitches hate but got a boss, fuck another man. I could never let them off, fuck a summer jam. I'm trying to put it in a box, fuck a rubber band. I want y'all bitches to die soon, but y'all bitches won't leave, so make room. No bitches can't breathe when I'm through. Mrs. Fuck shit up, then leave and make bones. Y'all gon' have to thank me for them broke days. I be glad to be alive, fuck a birthday. Tryna see 100 M's in the worst way. So when they talk a lot of shit, I'm still in first place. I want all my niggas free. You ain't wrote one letter, bitch, let them be. Take the shit from me, for myself I had to see. Cause nigga going back to jail, it's one place I ain't gon' be. Moved on, had to let my ex be. How the fuck you mad cause I leave? Starting to think they like you better when bitches cheat. Like it's all sweet, fucking no bitches as if they me. I keep bum bitches all in their feelings. Been smart, made moves and get it finished. Fed niggas that switched up and I'll admit it. Help some niggas that was hoes and ain't no showing up forgiveness. These bitches turn fake and it's okay. Fuck I look like playing dumb, this in my face. Yo karma fucked up, bitch mine straight. But if I catch one of you fake bitches, it's all fake. You rap bitches better tighten up. Speaking on rock beat, won't hype you up. 9 times out of 10, it leaves stuck. Cause if I catch you at a rap show, you getting touched. Y'all gon' have to thank me for these real niggas. Let them mother hoes be stupid, I don't feel niggas. Look, y'all gon' have to thank me for these rap bitches. Rap beats, they don't pull up where I'm at, bitches.
Y'all watch out for these distractions out here. Don't fall for it. Peace, y'all.